Welcome everybody to our latest session of Scarlet Citadel. Our team is in quite a pickle at the moment, but we will go ahead and do a recap as usual, and then we will jump into our session and see if our group is able to survive their current predicament. So guys, you'll likely recall we picked up last session with you guys back in the village of Red Tower. You were in the inn there and taking care of some downtime activities as far as catching up, getting a little bit of rest and relaxation, and doing some gambling there at the bar. Sebastian turned out to be particularly lucky. You guys also met a new companion, Penn, who had arrived in Red Tower and was taking an interest in the Scarlet Citadel and wanting to perhaps investigate its origins or plumb its depths as adventurers are wont to do. And after some conversation with the team and sort of striking up an alliance, the group agreed to take Penn with them. Elliot, who had been with the group the previous session, unfortunately wasn't able to join the group as he had some tasks to take care of at Red Tower itself. So the group made their way outside of Red Tower, took the path to the Scarlet Citadel, and before too long found themselves entering the Scarlet Citadel proper. The group made their way investigating this first level of the Scarlet Citadel. A couple of different things you guys tried to do. One was, we're curious to see if you get back in quote-unquote Scar's room and to see if there was still some treasure left there. As Armony's spell that allows her to smell valuable metals had detected some additional treasure there that perhaps would still be there. Unfortunately, that room or that door seemed to be barred. Wasn't necessarily locked, but likely the heavy barrel filled with rancid water was pushed against it or something like that to prevent an easy entry into the room. Group also investigated some of the rest of the first floor here. At one point in time, after entering through the torture chamber, you guys saw that there was, again, a lot of torturous devices here. You were very careful to not touch anything of significance and try to avoid it as much as you could based on your previous experience. You guys made your way to the room with the statue. This was detected or recognized, I should say, by a member of the team as representing the Cold Rider, which is known as a deity of sort of mystery, darkness, and death. And the group also found themselves in a trapped room, or at least Corin did, as he entered into this room, and upon triggering some type of a trap, portcullises on either side of the room closed off, and the group had to do a bit of investigation. Eventually, Penn found a lever hidden into a small passage, or a small opening, I should say, in the wall on the other side, and was able to eventually free Corin that way. Group also discovered a room in the northwest section of this first floor of the Scarlet Citadel. It had like this statue on it with some gems for eyes. Group was a bit curious about that and decided to use, I think it was Mage Hand, to pluck those gems out. They didn't think it would work, but surprisingly it did, as these gems were fairly small and not really affixed into the socket super difficult, so was able to pluck them out pretty easily and extract those. Group also found in the room next to that there was a pool of water, and it was set up with this, almost looks kind of like a diving board in a way, just the way it was set up, kind of a strange setup in the room here, and that there was this locked door. The group tried to pick this lock, but were not successful in doing so. However, I think it was Penn suggested if some light could be put through the doorway, he could get to the other side, and sure enough, that's what he did, dematerializing and appearing on the other side of the door, and was able to unlatch the lock from there and gain entry to that area. Once the group peeked down there, they did find that there was a spiral staircase that led down, presumably to the next level of the Scarlet Citadel, and group decided they would rather clear this area out first before heading further down. So the group exited that area, closed the door, but did not lock it. So they still have access to that area, though the door was closed. Making their way back through the room with the statue, they pushed through this sort of broken tunnel that connected one room to the next, and found themselves in a fairly large room with these pillars spread across the room and a very large statue and a sarcophagus behind that statue. Group investigated this room as well. Some thoughts about perhaps opening the sarcophagus, and on the east wall there was this very decorative carved set of doors set in that side of the wall that was of interest. Eventually, I believe the group did decide to check out the sarcophagus, and this seemed to trigger some undead creatures from the room to the south. These were shadow type creatures that made their way and began giving fight to the team. Group fought them off, doing the best they could, eventually able to dispatch them. Also realized as some additional creatures entered this battle that these doors, what they thought they were doors on the east wall, were actually simply very elaborate carvings. It weren't actually doors. It tended to be a religious symbolism. Essentially, this was the doors to the shadow world. Group made their way through the opening where they had seen the shadows come from, found a broken down area. Looked like perhaps there may have been a tunnel to lead back up to the surface here at one point, but it was completely collapsed and impassable. Traveling to the next room to the east, group investigated this room, found that the door to the north was actually sealed with pitons pounded into the door, and Penn decided to extract a couple of those as the rest of the group was trying to catch their breath, decided that this seemed like a perfectly ideal place to rest and relax here and try to catch their breath before moving on. Unfortunately, the enemies in the other room had other ideas. As a short while into this rest, the door on the east wall was thrown open as the group first heard the sounds of something approaching, and eventually were in face-to-face with a group of skeletons that were making their way through this opening and pushing into the room. Joining them shortly thereafter was a couple of more shadows that came through this sealed door with a couple of pitons still holding it closed, and the group engaged in this pretty intense combat, casting some magic in here, throwing down some spike growth, throwing down some burning hands, trying to really take these enemies out. And that is the battle the group is still currently in. So we've got some enemies right on top of the team, and the team is perhaps in the middle of a tactical retreat, I might call it, and that is where we left off. So that was a quick recap, guys. Anything I missed here anybody would like to add? All right, excellent. Hearing nothing, we'll assume that was satisfactory as we pull you guys back over to the map and jump right back into that battle. All right, team, so we are at the top of the initiative order. It is currently Corin's turn.
Okay, Corin is going to use his bonus action to do flexible casting and use a first level spell slot to get 2 sorcery points back.
Okay.
Then he is going to use his action to twin spell Heartache at the 2 shadow shade ghost monsters right there next to Penn. So let me click all these things. Hold on. Is that...
All right, so this is striking out at the opponent's charisma score. And go ahead and post a second one, because the first one will be affected. Would you like that to be the one just by Penn there, or so east of Penn or southeast of Penn?
Let's do southeast of Penn. And one more coming.
That one will not strike.
Okay.
So it is half damage on successful save, so go ahead and post both damages. We will take the first damage for the first guy and half for the second.
That's still pretty good.
All right, then make sure you give yourself that slot back if you had any left, because that obviously spent 2 slots. So, okay, so what does this look like, Corin, when you cast this? I know you've used this once before, but give us a description of what this looks like.
I think the last time Corin kind of whispered to them, and he'll do a similar thing this go around. He'll say, "Remember the time before when you had bodies," and then as I think those words like actually manifest physically and as energy as they come soaring out and start swirling around our shadow friends to affect them in different ways.
All right, excellent. Maybe perhaps they have slight memories of their former living lives, and this causes them very psychic trauma here as they grasp at their minds or their heads here in their incorporeal forms.
Exactly. And then I'm pretty sure this guy has his reaction still, but I'm going to try it anyway and step away from him. And
yes, indeed, he is going to take that opportunity attack against you.
Okay. I'll take it without shielding this time. As soon as I can click the defensive roll.
The hand does manage to grasp onto you, Corin. It's going to deal 9 points of necrotic damage, and please roll a d4 as well. And what were you concentrating on, Corin?
What was I concentrating on? Oh, that was web.
Ah, right. Okay, that was represented by the green, so that goes away, and the people that were webbed are instantly freed.
I think the green may have been spike growth.
Yeah, my web was further down in here. So it does go away, but it is, the green was spike growth, right?
Okay, so I'm just removing the webbed icons from these guys, and there's no more webbing. Yep, good call.
Okay, so bonus main action started to move. That was 5. I'm gonna go through Hugo, say, pardon me, we're leaving, come on, and then I'll get down here to where Grask is at. I think that's everything. That's literally everything I can do. Done.
Okay, so spike growth still in existence. First skeleton will move up here, and remind me, who did the spike growth?
That's Grask.
Grask. Okay, please roll 2d4 for spike growth. Alright, so the skeleton is damaged as he's stepping away here. He will move up this direction and strike out at Armony with his blade. Armony, defensive roll, please. Yes, his attack manages to get through your defenses here, Armony, as he stabs into you for 4 points of piercing damage.
Would he take another 2d4 from spike growth? I missed where he started from.
No, he only stepped into one space affected by that.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, this shadow here is reaching down upon Penn, who is currently prone. Penn, defensive roll at disadvantage, please. All right, manages to grasp onto you, Penn, as you're on the ground there, as Sebastian currently has his arm at the scruff of your neck, trying to pull you backwards. That is going to deal 12 points of necrotic damage to Penn, and that will knock him unconscious once again. But Penn, also roll a d4 for me. All right, your strength will be reduced by 2 points. Okay, this skeleton is going to spend half his movement to stand up. And then he's going to...
Adam, sorry. I didn't roll a thing for Corin. A save.
Save for what?
When he got hit by the attack of opportunity.
Oh, so no save, just roll a d4 and deduct that amount from your strength.
Okay. Sorry to get right in the middle there.
Alright, this one will step up, 2d4, Grask.
Oh, hey, I kind of lost it. Do you remember what I already had, like from last time? My strength was down.
Unfortunately, yeah, I don't track that, Pen, so if you have somewhere on your sheet, you can just jot it down how many points of strength reduction you have.
Yeah, I had it, but...
Cut out halfway through his phrase there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I was down 2 before, so I guess...
Yep, that works for me. If you're not sure, go with 2 and then just start jotting it down from here forward. Okay, so let's see. Yes, as this one tries to step forth, stepping on those spikes from the ground, that is going to do enough damage to destroy it. Okay, this shadow here is going to lash out at Armony. Armony, defensive roll, please.
Adam, can Sebastian use this in this situation? Because the creature
He sure can.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do that. Because I couldn't with Pin because the creature wasn't within 5 feet of me, right? But I can because he is this time, right? Am I reading that right?
Let me just double check real quick.
It's not the target of the attack. It's the attacker has to be within 5 feet of
Correct.
me, right?
Yep. Yes, this is correct. So you have to be near the enemy. So
Gotcha.
you will give her advantage on her defensive roll there, making that an 18 instead of a 15. And that will then become a miss. Okay, this one here is going to move out and strike out at Sebastian. Sebastian, defensive roll, please. Yeah, Sebastian, you manage to evade that as the shadow tries to reach out and grab you. And we move to the skeleton's turn. He will try to move forward, 2d4 from Grask. And that is exactly enough needed to destroy this one as well. And we move to Hugo.
Okay. Man, I don't want to leave Pen in there. Is it possible for me to move Pen into the same square as Sebastian is in? Since he's prone?
You'd have to find some way to get next to him, grapple him, and then move at half speed to pull him away. Unless you're talking about your telekinetic ability?
Yeah, I was going to telekinetically try to do it.
Yeah, I would say you could do that. You have to get somewhere so that you're pulling them directly to you. So if you wanted to pull him into Sebastian Square, you'd have to move over 15 feet to your north, and then you could pull him, and because, he's prone, he could stay prone in Sebastian Square.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what I will do then. So I'm not going to disengage. I'm just going to move away from this guy.
Now keep in mind, just so you're aware, Hugo. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you doing the telekinetic thing or no?
Yeah, so you said I have to move 15 to my north?
Yeah, remember the directions are different on this map, though. So essentially, to pull him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of these kind of deals. Yeah, no worries. Thankfully, I can just give you guys one heads up. Level 2 is not like this. North is up on the map, so just FYI.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Right, so yeah, I'm gonna move.
All right, so as you get to there, Hugo, the skeleton, as you step away from him, he is going to try to stab out at you there, so defensive roll on that one.
And he's undead, right? So I'll have advantage on this?
You will, thanks to your blood ability, yes. Yes, and once again, as he stabs out, it looks like it's almost going to strike you, but that strikes that sort of immaterial barrier represented by your protection from good and evil.
Okay. And then, so I'll pull him forward.
Okay, and obviously you'd be an unconscious. That doesn't say they have to be willing, right?
Let me read it real quick. I think if they're willing, they can allow it to happen.
Yeah, because remember, Brandal used to pull or push enemies, so if they're unwilling, then I think there's a save involved.
I think that's right. And mechanically speaking, if you're unconscious, you can't be willing. But I want to see how it's worded because this one might make more sense where that you just
can you be willing or can you not be unwilling? Right? I mean, you can't really resist anything when you're unconscious.
Yeah. So I remember
I would
this
say
one.
It's the other way around.
Interestingly enough, this one is, I remember reading this on Jeremy Crawford's thing, and he said, like, for example, Dimension Door, if it says willing target, you can't grab someone's unconscious and teleport with them because they have to actually agree. There's like a spark of their agreement that makes the magic work or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and they have to, like, choose to move through the door, too. This says, when you do so, the target must succeed on a strength saving throw. A creature can willingly fail this save. That's all it says.
Okay, and I believe if you're unconscious, you auto-fail strength saves anyway, so because it's strength, yeah, I would just say you can pull him towards you.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's what I do. And then I will use, I guess, let me just read my spell real quick, make sure I'm not going to kill somebody else. Okay, yeah, so 15-foot cube. Okay, cool. So I'm going to move to where Pen was, and I am going to cast Thunder Wave with these 3 right here.
Yeah, that should work. I believe Thunder Wave is one of our smart AoE ones.
Yeah, how do I pull that up again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I was just double checking myself that it was there. So what you're going to do is make sure your token is selected. Top right corner, you're going to click that bulleted icon, and then when you click that, you should find a list of macros here, and one of them is going to be called Cast-Thunder Wave. Just click on the little die icon to the left of that with your token selected, and it should pop up asking you like what level you want to cast it and so forth. Alright, that's your little targeting icon that is, actually appeared on the other side of the door, so let me move that for you. So that's your little targeting icon, so move that where you'd like, and we'll see who you can get. Yep, that will certainly work for Thunder Wave.
Yeah.
Alright, so now with that selected, when you have that target selected, at the top in your action buttons, you should find one that says Trigger All. Just go ahead and click Trigger All, and it will automatically roll and apply damage. Oof, all 3 of them succeeded on their saves, unfortunately, suffering minimal damage and nobody gets pushed back. So yes, as this blast of thunder reaches out, striking them, the undead are resilient against this effect.
Okay. Cool. Well, I tried. Sorry, my damage is crap right now, guys. And Hugo's like, well, that didn't work very well. Alright, get him out of here.
I will try my best.
Nice.
Alright, we move to Grask.
Okay. I can't recall if I said that I stowed my weapon last time. Does anyone remember? I don't think I did.
2 weeks
Usually-
ago, top of mind, I totally remember you did. No, I have no idea.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my greatsword on the ground then and pull out a javelin and throw it at this skeleton.
Alright, you aim over Armini's head, trying to hit the skeleton. But unfortunately, you are going to miss.
Okay, that's me. Rough.
Okay, next up is Pen. GM, 2 GM roll, please. Death save.
I would like to have use my reaction. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a spell that I can use as a reaction when someone's gonna make a death saving throw.
Nice. Okay, so you use this reaction, so he will get advantage on this save. So Pen, roll another d20, and it looks like we've got your first roll. Just roll a basic d20 roll, and we'll see if you make a 10 or higher on that. Okay, unfortunately not. So yeah, so it looks like I'm not sure if that first one came through as general. Did everybody see that first death save?
Yeah, 2
Okay.
plus 0.
All right, good deal. So next time, Pen, just remember, click that 2 GM in the top left corner so that doesn't go to public. But unfortunately, that is a failure on both sides, so that is going to be a failed death save, and that spell won't do anything. Deduct that 1 spell slot, Libby, as you have cast that spell. All right, and that was Pen's turn trying to make that death save, so then we move to Armini's turn.
Can you remind us how many death saves Pen has rolled so far?
Well, he
first one.
literally just got struck to back to 0 this round, so that was his first one. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pen?
Just answer
Yep,
the
first
okay, no,
one.
okay.
All right, good enough. Armini.
Is Penn showing is like half health for me? That's not right, right?
So Penn is actually on the ground. Sebastian's standing above his body right now, so you're probably seeing part of Sebastian's health bar covering Penn.
Okay. Okay. Well, wasn't expecting that to fail so miserably. I'm going to attempt to use Balm of the Summer Court. Oh, sorry. Balm of the Summer Court. On I can use that on Penn, right?
You can. So this is a bonus action. One creature you can see within 120 feet. You can certainly see him. So yes. So it looks like we built this in for you as an attack, Armony. So on your sheet there in your attack list, looks like it's about the fourth one from the bottom. Go ahead and click that. And I think it's going to... You probably only have the 1 or 2 points. So yeah, just click one and it should burn one of your bombs and roll that HP bonus.
It says cast at what level?
Oh, okay. So I built it in that way. So let's see. You are currently a level 2 druid. Does that allow you to? It says equal to half your druid level or less. Okay, so yes, you can only do 1 right now. All right, and then Disciple of Life. I don't think Balm is considered a spell. I think the Disciple of Life only applies to spells. So it is going to be 5 healing for Penn plus 1 temporary HP for Penn.
Yay.
Cool. And then since that's a bonus action, can I still use Shillelagh as my main action?
Unfortunately not. You can't switch a bonus action up to an action.
I feel like you already had that on, though.
Oh, that's a bonus action too. Oh, okay.
Right.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I thought I had that on as well, but
I'll take your word for it if you think you do. That's totally fine if you think you do.
I have been trying to put the little icon on my character, so it's possible I dropped it to concentrate on something else. So I'll just attack.
I was going to scroll up in the chat to see, except it's all just Adam doing interacts with door.
That's because I fixed the door script, guys, but I was going to get to that once we get to a door. So.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit with the... Oh, wait. But I could do Sacred Flame.
You could. That is an action, yes.
Okay. Then I will Sacred Flame the guy in front of me.
The skeleton to your east?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and post that. That certainly will strike the skeleton. Post damage. Okay, that radiant energy burns the skeleton down to ash.
Yeah, take that.
Okay, next up is this skeleton. And then we move to Sebastian.
So Sebastian had his hand like on the scruff of Pin's like clothing, and then Pin's now restored. So I think Sebastian, has he seen anybody hit these creatures with normal weapons? Do they seem effective?
Yes, so you have fought these creatures before even this room, Sebastian. So, and for everybody that's listening and maybe not aware, Dylan is playing Sebastian until Elliot can get back in the campaign. So yes, Sebastian has seen that the blades are only somewhat effective on these creatures, as you guys fought them in the previous room.
Okie dokie then. Then what he's gonna do is he's gonna disengage to give Pin a little bit of room, and he's gonna move to this spot. And it doesn't have it marked here, Adam. Does he still have a second wind?
Yes, he does.
All right, he'll use it, and he'll get that 5 back. and he'll say, "Okay, I should be able to defend you from here. Are we running or what?"
Okay, top of the next round, Corin.
I think a retreat is in order, as Corin will use his last sorcery point, and his last first level spell slot to cast Dissonant Whispers on the two shadow people right here.
Sounds like another twin spell.
Yes. So that's the one sorcery point, and then let me click Dissonant Whispers. Ugh. Damn
So looks like that doesn't have. Do you want to just do 2 spell effect rolls real quick?
Oh, I thought that was the spell effect roll, so let's do that. Hold on.
Okay, yes, those will both be effective as you are able to affect both of them. So yes, let me just double check this.
Is that second one a crit?
That's what I was just trying to remember. I'm pretty sure yes. Yeah, I think it is. Because you can crit on the second ones, but not the fumble. So yeah, feel free to throw a psychic crit there, Corin, on the second one.
Never seen a psychic crit.
So the first one, this will be enough psychic damage to dispatch it. And let's see, great hit, roll. Okay, so then we're going to need you to roll another set of psychic damage. So another 3d6, please.
Jeez.
Look at that.
Oh, God.
So he is still unalive, but he failed to save, so he will have to retreat. So he will move to here. Let's see, Pen, you are on the ground at the moment. You'd be attacking at disadvantage, but would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, go ahead and make your attack. We'll see if that connects. Unfortunately, oh, actually, I'm sorry, 12. Yes, that will connect. So as you stab into the creature...
No, it's disadvantage.
Oh, right. I just said that. Sorry. So, yes, that will miss. Sorry, Hugo. Would you like to take your opportunity attack?
I don't have a weapon out, so I don't think I can, right? Unless
Alright.
I swing my fist at him.
Yeah, generally speaking, we say you can't do a punch as an opportunity attack. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and skip that. So, he will move here, and he's got to move... I think it says he's got to move half his movement.
Does he float or does he get spiked?
He is floating.
To move its speed.
Oh, it's speed.
As far as its speed allows.
Okay, it has done so.
Corin will say... what will he say? I think he'll say, I'm tapped out. There's no energy left in me. I think regardless of how this turns out, we need to run. But I'll stay and cover everyone until we get out. And he'll just move one more step back. That's it.
Okay, this one, who is next to Hugo, is going to reach out and try to grasp Hugo. Hugo, defensive roll at advantage. Yes, once again, that protective barrier seems to protect you from this strike. Coming right back through the walls is this same shadow that had just flew away. It is also going to strike you, Hugo. Another defensive roll at advantage. That will count as a fumble. Yeah, go ahead and throw a melee fumble, please. Alright, doesn't strike with a weapon, so no issues there, and that will just be a miss. As we move to Hugo.
Okay, he's gonna draw his sword, his short sword. And he sort of looks back at Pen. He goes, "Hey, can you get out of here?"
I reckon I can.
That being the case, he's going to disengage and start running. He'll get to there. And he'll go, all right, everybody, we're getting out of here.
All right, Grask.
Okay. I am going to pull out another javelin and toss it at this guy I can see.
All right. Oof,
Yeah.
that will be a fumble. So that will be a ranged fumble. All right. Luckily, no allies right next to that opponent, so no issue there.
All right. That is me. I'm gonna stay here to try and hold the line as people leave, though.
Okay, Pen currently prone. 2 levels of exhaustion now. What would you like to do?
Now, let me add another layer of exhaustion to my spreadsheet there. Yeah, I'm gonna get up.
All right, half your movement to stand.
Yeah, and then I am going to move away. Can I move through people?
Yes, you can. Your companions.
I think that's 15 then.
You won't be able to cut through the wall, so count that as 20.
Alright. Let's see, I was here. Alright, so 5, 10, yeah. 15, yeah, so I'm there. Alright. Why can't I see the, this guy now? There's no light in here?
Right. So the light
there's
is
a
only
light.
coming from Hugo. So the light is actually from behind you.
What is this?
I think that's the actual light source.
Did one of you guys toss? Oh, then that's why. So if this torch is still lit, which it looks like it is, remember when we first went to this room, this door was specifically opened and positioned to provide a barrier. So when they came out, they couldn't attack who
okay.
was on this side. So that's why it's blocking that light.
Okay. Alright, that's the end of my turn. Then. Wait, I think I could use my cunning action to take an action here. Let's see, what can I use here?
Yep. So actually, you still have your action and cunning action.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna use my action to take the dodge action.
Oh, hang on
And-
one sec. So you've got 2 levels of exhaustion. Speed's reduced by half. Your speed's 30, right?
Yeah, so
Okay,
15.
so speed would be
so I got up
15.
to 10, so like here, so I get to here. Then I'll just use my
So do it this way. So your speed's 15. You stand up. That only costs you 5 because we round down. So you'd have 10. So you could get to on top of Harmony's token. That would be your move, and then you would still have your action and bonus action.
Alright, so my action, I'll take the dodge action, and my bonus action, I'll use dash. And I'll, so then that's 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, you could probably sneak around that half wall, sure.
Alright. That's the end of my turn.
All right, limping out of there with a bit of injuries. And go ahead and hit your end turn button if that's all set for you, Pen, and we will move to Harmony.
Okay. Harmony is going to Sacred Flame this one.
Sure, go ahead and post that. Yes, that radiant energy will come down and strike into the shadow. Go ahead and post your damage. And you notice that as before, this radiant energy is particularly effective against these shadows, and this one is destroyed.
And then she's going to run for it. I think that's as far as she can get.
Okay, Sebastian's turn.
Well, I'm getting the heck out of here. Just gonna go 15. Well, 5, I guess 5, 10, 15. Yeah, 15. 20, 25, 30. Sebastian's human, or does he have pointy ears?
He is human.
Okie dokie. So he's only got 30, so then he'll just stay here because I don't think he can see much anymore unless somebody's got light. Does Hugo have light or something?
Yeah, Hugo's shield is lit up.
Okay. Well, he will just hang back and make sure everybody gets into the hole okay. Action dodge.
Okay, top of the round before Corin's turn. Corin's turn.
Firebolt to the last shade monster.
Okay, you line up a shot on that guy, and yes, that will indeed connect.
Come on.
All right, as High Dice McCoy here fires out and blasts him with fire, you would think this shouldn't be as effective, but it couldn't possibly be less effective.
Oh, jeez. Okay. He says, "I think I'm done for the day," and he's gonna head out here. And that is my turn.
All right, next up is this creature who is going to fly up next to Grask and try to reach out and grab onto Grask. Defensive roll, please, Grask. And Grask, I seem to recall you've taken a bit of strength damage as well. Am I remembering that right?
Yep, I've got that on my sheet.
All right, good deal. All right, you do indeed manage to evade as he reaches out with that handful of necrotic energy and move to Hugo.
All right. Man, I feel like we could kill this guy. Yeah, so Hugo will run up, swing his sword at this thing.
All right, you step up and slice out with your blade or pierce out with your blade. Let's see it. That will connect. Okay, as before, blade catches into this dark essence, wounding it, but you can tell it's not as effective as you'd expect.
And then I will telekinetically shove it away. Is that possible from our respective spots here?
Generally speaking, I would say no, but because he's incorporeal, he can actually phase through the wall, so sure. Go ahead and throw that and see if it works. Yes, you do, as you push him backwards.
I wanted to get one more slice in there. And I'm going to now run back 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I go cross this way, or am I stuck sort of here because of harmony?
Nope, you can step through companions. The only issue is if they're ever engaged in melee combat, it is considered difficult terrain. So right now they're not, you're all set.
Okay, cool. So that is the end of Hugo's turn.
All right, you go ahead and pass your turn. Move up to Grask.
Someone light a torch. And he doesn't want to step away from here because he'll lose vision, so he's going to ready an action to attack a creature, an enemy that comes near him. I mean, it's going to be this guy, but...
That's what you think, but okay. You ready in action. If an enemy gets near you, it's moved to Penn's turn.
Okay, I will continue this way. I think that's as far as I can move.
Still got
Yeah.
actions and cunning actions.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know where else to go. Because I can't see anything further. I guess, can't remember. Guess we need to go down, so I guess I can use my dash action to get to maybe there. There, okay. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, go ahead and pass your turn.
I'm still gonna use my action to take the dodge action.
Okay. Okay, before Armony's turn, Grask, you notice a new creature exits from this area, suddenly illuminated by the light. You're not sure exactly what it is. In fact, you might call it question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Does it float? Please say no.
It does. As this dark, vapory creature floats right towards you, Grask, that triggers your opportunity attack. You may attack.
It's gonna be bad because all my strength has been taken from me. Oh, I forgot to say that I picked up my great axe. Can I assume that that was implied?
Yeah, since you're ready to attack, I would say yeah. Yes, your great axe does indeed connect. Much like you've noticed with the other creatures, not as effective as you'd expect. In response, the creature reaches a hand forth, and you notice all of this red energy suddenly centering on its hand as it tries to touch you. Defensive roll, please. Yes, you managed to evade this touch as we move to Armini's turn. Okay,
Okay,
Armini, pull
I'm
a produce flame
producing
in your hand.
flame. Yeah, can you drag me over a flame?
I can. Remind me what is in your hands at the moment, Armini.
I think my quarterstaff.
And you don't use a shield or anything, right?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. You definitely have an open hand then, so let's get your flame over there. Okay, should be sitting right behind your token now.
Cool. I'm gonna say, follow me, blind people. I'm gonna say, through this tunnel. And, yeah, that'll be about it.
Okay, there's still no obvious action from the skeletons. We'll move to Sebastian.
Adam, explain to me. Hang on, let me read Sebastian's little card. What does it say? A martial companion who specializes in defending you and your allies. Okie dokie. And he is going to move. Oh, not on top of grass. Sorry, it was one beside grass. I misclicked. And he's going to move here, and he's going to draw out his rapier, and he is going to attempt to stab at the creature that's attacking Grask.
Yes, blade does indeed connect.
Which, do I click the rapier to do damage, or the attack? Which
The
one
word
again?
attack in chat there. Alright, blade catches the creature, but not very effective.
He goes, oh, this won't work? I'm out of here. And he's going to try to run back.
Alright, as he steps away, the creature will take the opportunity attack. And does manage to grab onto Sebastian here. Okay, as this red filled hand reaches out and touches Sebastian, he will suffer 5 points of necrotic damage, and he must make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, Sebastian, your max HP is reduced by 5.
Oh no. That's my turn.
Top of the round with Corin.
Corin can't see any. Can't see any of them. He's gonna move over here. He's going to. Adam, this is a clear enough. I guess if say there is a shadow creature that goes where Grask is standing, does this look like a clear enough path for it, or will some cover be granted because of this statue?
No, I'd say you can make a shot like that.
Okay, I'm going to hold my action to cast Firebolt on any of the shadow creatures that come into my view.
Okay, ready and attack to do so.
That's, I think, all for now.
And that is exactly what happens as the shadow creature moves through the wall and appears on the other side. You may make that attack. That firebolt will connect. And that will be enough damage to destroy the shadow.
That's making up for the all the ones that I got earlier.
As we move to Hugo.
All right. So I'm gonna move back into here so I can see down there. I look down. I go, "Are you running or not?"
He's about to.
We leave.
So then Hugo will go down here, and start running. I mean, I guess I'm gonna stay here so they have some light to see their way out. And I'll just take the dodge action here.
Okay, dodging.
Actually, I'm gonna move. Sorry, can I move it up to here? I don't want to be in the way of Corin's shot. Oh no, he already took the shot. Never mind. So I'll stay right here. Okay.
The shot has been taken.
Okay, Grask.
Okay, I've seen this thing attack Sebastian already, so I'm gonna get some wax in and then leave. So I'm gonna swing at it with the Great Axe.
That will critically hit. Go ahead and roll your crit to see if it's a true crit. That is a true crit. Alright, we'll take both of those damages, but halved.
And then I'm gonna hit him with the Hungry Jaws.
Okay, bonus action. That unfortunately will not connect.
That's okay. Alright, and then I'm going to walk away. He doesn't have a second reaction, does he? I'll be mad.
He does not.
Good. I keep getting stuck, which is why I'm doing these weird 10-foot things. I'm stuck on the wall there. They're real weird. Okay, that's 30 feet. That's where I can get.
Okay, Pen's turn.
Okay, so I will 5 and 15, and then take the dash action to make it to there. And again, for my action, I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Alright, this creature goes through the wall and attacks Sebastian. Sebastian, defensive roll.
Sebastian's back there? Did I? Oh, sorry. I'm like super blind. The torchlight is so strange. I wouldn't have known.
The creature does manage to hit Sebastian, dealing 16 points of necrotic damage, and another con save, Sebastian. No additional effect. As we move to Harmony.
Army says, "Are we running or what, bros?"
We have to
And-
help Sebastian.
She's gonna.
I actually don't know if I can say that. I have no idea how close you are to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she'll step a little closer to see what's going on, but is he she can see Sebastian from there. Is he down?
No, he's standing.
All right. So that was all right. She can see the guy now, so she'll Sacred Flame him.
That will be a fumble. Roll a spell fumble, please, Harmony. Quite embarrassed.
She's like, "What's going on? Run!" And then, I think I only have one step left, so I'll take a step.
I think you have mobile, right? So don't you have a 40-foot speed?
Oh, yes, I do. Thank you for the reminder.
Hey, no problem.
Did she just rotate?
She
Yeah,
did, yeah. She
I
said,
did
"Let's
that
get
by
the heck out of here."
accident. I can't. I'll figure out how to rotate myself back.
She's been routed.
All right, and then again, nothing from the skeleton here as we move to Sebastian's turn.
Alright, Sebastian is going to disengage and dive through the little hole. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, Corin.
And now there's people in my way. Corin will go over here. No. Darn it.
You can step through us.
Yeah, I was trying to not get any closer than I needed to be. Okay, here's what I'll do. So I'm going to go, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Of course, Armony's in my line of sight now, but I'm going to go ahead and hold my ready to attack. And when Shadow Man steps to somewhere where I can see him, I'm going to shoot a firebolt at him.
Okay, Hugo.
Okay, so you go bonus action. I'm going to telekinetically shove this thing away.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and throw that and we'll see if it works. And that is strength. He is indeed shoved backwards.
Okay. And then I will start running. And then I'm just gonna dash. Oh,
As you enter the room, Hugo, pausing for suspense, you notice Ushlux, who is standing next to the statue, and he just kind of turns and gives you this very disinterested look, and
there's trouble coming this way, Ushlux.
and you see him shake his head backwards and forward. Amateurs. Grask.
I'm gonna step forward, so the creature can't just get to Sebastian, and I'm gonna ready an action to attack an enemy that gets within range.
Okay, Pen. Oh, did we lose Pen?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking to me. I don't know why I was zoning out. I thought you were talking to somebody else. But alright. So, wait, which way do we go? Why is everybody still over here? Am I going the wrong way?
They're just slow.
Right.
Yep, so when you're moving that way, if your token cuts through an edge, count that as an extra 5 feet. So I think you've just got the 15 feet of movement right now. So if you move up 5, that would be your 15 feet movement.
Alright, so that's 15, and then dash action. I'll make it to there.
Okay.
And again, the dodge as my action.
Okay, dodging. Alright, if that's the end of your turn, Pen, go ahead and hit your end turn button.
I'll do a quick introduction when he comes in. Ushlux, Pen, Ushlux.
Ushlux seems very disinterested. Much as you expected, Grask, the creature does indeed come right up towards you. You swing out and your blade connects. Go ahead and post damage. Oh, it's
And I'm going to try and shoot through Harmony.
Sure, yes. Go ahead and take your ready action. That will indeed connect as the bolt fires over Harmony's shoulder.
Appropriate.
And is mostly consumed by the darkness as the creature reaches out and tries to grab you, Grask.
You tried. If you do say tries to grasp you, I get inspiration.
I almost said grasp, but that was going to be a tongue tie. Okay, yes, Sebastian manages to protect you, giving you advantage, and yes, you are able to evade that strike. As we move to Harmony. Harmony calls down a sacred flame, but it does not connect with the creature. And if you're talking, Harmony, we can't hear you.
Sorry. She's gonna say, I thought we were running! And move towards the tunnel.
Okay, Sebastian's turn.
Well, shit. It's dark now. You want to go this way? Follow the light. Run, Grask.
As you step away, the opponent will take an opportunity attack at advantage because you cannot see him.
No, he won't. Damn it.
He does indeed strike into Sebastian here for 10 necrotic damage and a Constitution saving throw.
That knocks him down. Does he still need to make a save?
He does. All right, Sebastian, as he steps away to here, one more up, he will fall prone there. And that, of course, will end his turn as we move to the top of the next round with Corin.
Corin, seeing Sebastian goes down, is going to say, I think we need to finish this with this damn thing. And then he's going to firebolt it, because that's his favorite.
That
15?
will connect. Wounding the creature.
He'll sigh. It looks almost dead. Just need a little more push. He's gonna chill here again.
Okay, Hugo.
It started off looking almost dead. Oh, God. I'm going to get to there with my movement, and then I will telekinetically shove the creature away from Grask.
From that angle, unfortunately, you'd be pushing him into a wall, so that won't work.
Oh, this one, does this one go through walls?
He does, but there's not a space to move on the other side, so that would be literally pushing him inside of the wall, so he wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, so, I guess I will burn. I'm gonna dash as my action then. I'll dash up to here, and then I'll do it against him from here.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. And yes, once again, that is successful as he is pushed backwards.
And I look over at Grask, and I see Sebastian's body on the ground, and I'm like, guess we're doing this after all.
Okay, Grask.
The tide shifts. The battle is ours. And he will recklessly attack. Well, recklessly attack TM. The creature will move forward and swing with his great axe.
Luckily, that was the case. Yeah, that'll connect. Crit. Go ahead and roll that crit. Okay, and even with that base damage, that is enough to dispatch the shadowy creature. Alright guys, we are effectively out of combat.
Good lord.
Alright, first matter of business, and then I'll try to stabilize Sebastian. Hugo will rush over.
Sure, give me a blind check as you attempt to do that, Hugo.
Harmony says, step away.
Alright.
I'm gonna climb on top of the statue and finish bashing its face off.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and throw me another blind check there, Pen, as you start climbing up. Remember, you're currently exhausted, so you are making these checks at disadvantage. Pen, as you get about halfway up or so, your foot slides on the center of the statue and you come crashing down, suffering 4 points of damage as you slam into the ground. Harmony, you throw one of those balms of the summer court onto Sebastian. He is restored 4 HP and 1 temporary HP gain, so he is once again conscious.
Welcome back.
Did Penn go down?
No, I'm still up.
Okay.
We have to leave. We need to get out of here.
Well, should we check out that room they were coming from?
No.
There might be
We're
treasure.
Leaving. Come on.
Pen. Also, I'm not sure, but I think that wizard might possibly worship this god or something, so we might not want it to face the statue if he's around.
Corin, as you return into this room, you notice Ushluk standing there by the statue.
Just passing through.
He kind of just turns and glances at you and turns back to the statue as he starts stroking his long beard.
Ushlux, this guy here is with us, so if he comes through, same deal, alright?
As long as he abides by the same terms, yes.
I think this... Oh, wait. This is an exit, isn't it? Going up these steps.
That we have to lift the Rocco up though.
I thought it's through this tunnel thing here, right?
There's
there's two ways in.
Okay, go through the tunnel.
We could go this way and see if Scar's in his room. Let's be quick.
Just if he wants to fight us again, that wouldn't happen.
Well, we have a deal.
I'll just sing him a song.
Stay away from the statue.
Well, Harmony, do you want to go knock and see if he's home?
Quiet
All right.
I'm gonna listen at the door first and see if I hear anything.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a blind check as you put your ear up to the door. Harmony, you hear the sound of what you would consider to be very out of tune and terrible music that is made, and I put music loosely in quotes, that is made by smashing objects against the wall. It sounds somewhat rhythmic, but not very good.
Uh-oh. He's awake.
That's good, that's good. You gotta just talk to him and see if you can get whatever of that money that's in there.
What am I gonna say? Hey, can I come in and steal whatever you have in there?
Well, it's not his, it was the jailer's.
Can I light a torch while they're waiting?
I'm sure
You
he
can,
considers it his now.
So if you could
I don't
drag one of
know.
those torches over to me, that'd be great.
Ushlok said we could have it, because he did.
No, we didn't.
Leave it for now. If we get into it with them, we're not going to make it.
Man, we're gonna die in the gutters over here. We're poor. We're so poor after doing all the stuff we've done. God.
I mean, I have a few gold pieces.
Listen, I'm into this for the glory, the fame, and the money. And so far, I've got none of it.
I'll give you a couple gold pieces.
No, it's alright. It's alright. We got out alive. That's the important thing.
All right, so group, it sounds like your intention is to ascend the stairs and make your way out back to the courtyard.
Except did
Yes.
Sebastian get lost? Sebastian. Okay.
My bad, guys.
Keep up.
I have to go back to my planet now. Goodbye.
All right, you guys ascend the stairs and find yourself back in the courtyard.
Cotton, Harvey.
Right.
I think we've driven that one off.
Maybe.
All right, so what is you guys' plan here now? Try to exit, make your way back to Red Tower?
That's the goal.
Long rest. Crawling somewhere where I can take a long rest.
With our tails proudly between our legs.
Yeah, I mean, do we even need to go all the way? I guess Red Tower's the safest place. It's not that far, so we probably should, right?
All
Yeah,
right,
I think
hearing
so.
no objection to that, I will assume then, just to speed this up a little bit, you guys make your way out of this courtyard area here. No immediate signs of harpies or anything else dangerous. So you eventually make your way to the south there and start traveling back to the village of Red Tower. You travel on that road for about 2
Wait.
hours. Yep, go ahead.
As we get on the road, Harmony says, "We can make this a little faster," and she wild shapes into a camel.
Okay, nice.
Watch out the spit.
I didn't know that you could do that. Armini, if you can understand us still.
He was a
Can I?
camel
I don't
all
think I can.
along.
You will be able to understand them in wild shape, but you won't be able to speak back to them.
So if anybody wants a ride, hop on.
Did Ushlax do this?
The camel goes.
Can't see you. When camel does what?
I'm guessing
Oh,
fill in
is
the
it
blank camel
picture?
stuff.
You can't hear You can't hear me when I go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, we did that time, unfortunately. I mean, it was good, but that's why it's unfortunate.
All right, so those of you that are walking or enjoying the services of the camel getting you back a little bit quicker, or perhaps just more restfully so, you spend about an hour and a half, 2 hours on the road, making your way back to the village of Red Tower. I believe you can stay in that shape for about an hour or so, Armini. So I would say as you're getting to the outskirts, you would be... as you're about halfway through the journey, you would be switching back to your normal form, and then whoever might be mounted atop you would just kind of fall down.
Whoops, sorry about that.
But eventually, after you dust yourself off, you make your way back and find yourself on the outskirts of the village of Red Tower.
Well, I agree, Hugo, that we've had not very much luck going through the Citadel, but you can't spend it if you're dead.
I suppose. And I'm happy Sebastian here is fine. And Penn too. But, eventually, gonna have to get something out of this. I mean, I know why I'm going through this. Why is everybody else willing to risk their heads?
I had a dream.
I vomit a big pile of blood and point to it.
Oh, your cure. Yes. Next time you see that wizard with us, well, He doesn't like to be bothered, but he might know something.
That might be kind of risky.
All right, as you guys are chatting and slowly making your way to the village of Red Tower, you notice as you get to about here, and this is the usual part, that you start moving off of the path here to avoid this pond. You spot a small figure standing at a very safe distance from the pond. So safe, in fact, that you're like, can you even see that pond? But it is a small figure who turns out to be Elliot.
Classic.
When you started describing that, I was like, no, we walked around it. We're going around it. We're not going there. Elliot.
I figured you'd probably try to, go around the pond. It looks like everybody made it.
It was a little close.
They seem to be a bit worse for wear, though. We fought some crazy spirits or something.
He's gonna point over at Penn and say, did you rescue another prisoner from the jail or something?
No, I met them at the before we went in there. Going to see if I can find the cure for what's ailing me in there somewhere. And they agreed to let me come along.
Sounds like the type. Well, I'm Elliot. It's a pleasure to meet you. Well, I assume you guys want beer and sleep?
Do we want to return and pay for another night's stay, or do we want to hunker down in the forest? Because
Now, I think I'd need a bed because as bad state as I'm in. So I'm willing. I got 5 gold, so rooms for everybody.
Hugo's so concerned about money. I have a forester background, so either one works well for me.
Look, you guys already have a running tab with me. I think right now you guys owe me like 8 gold pieces total. So how about we just round it up to like 10 or so, and I'll pay for a
What?
couple another night. Yes, remember?
Who owns you 8 gold?
Harmony, I have paid for your hotel room twice in the last week.
That can't be
includes some
8
of the
gold.
Well, if you add in grasks and then maybe corns, I don't really remember. I know I paid for Hugo at least twice as well, because he is the brokest among us. But look, I got some corn.
That was just favors and gifts and stuff. You know what I mean? You do me a favor, I do you a favor, etc., etc.
I think next time we ought to put that in writing then. But how about we waive it and I just pay for another night for everybody? I mean, I got the money off of that carcass we sold anyways.
He goes up to him and
I'll pay for
opens
my own.
his hand and places 4 good berries in it and says, I think we're even now, right, bro?
I don't know what these are, but sure.
I think they disappear in the morning.
It's one of her new things. You should see the other new thing she can do.
Well, that's cool. I learned a couple new things. Check this out. And he's gonna hold his hand out, and then he like holds his eyes closed, and then the sword appears, and he catches it in his hand. How about that?
Whoa.
Pretty snazzy.
That was super cool.
Well, I think one night of rest and a good bed is probably a good idea before we delve deeper.
Sure, I'm ready to come this time. I'm sorry I couldn't join you last time. It's a big town. I need to make sure I knock on the doors appropriately. I still ain't heard no word of my brother. He's gotta be somewhere.
Unfortunately, we didn't come across anybody this trip. Unless he's a skeleton.
I hope not.
Ixnay on saying he's a skeleton.
Fair to say you guys are still making your way back as having this conversation?
Yeah, I think we're going to the inn, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys
Bantering as we go.
Yep, carefully move around the pond, continuing the banter. Make your way to the outskirts. As you get to about here, you notice that same village guard that you spotted once before, and he sort of looks towards you and he says, "Ah, you're back. Good to see y'all again. I hope everything's going well for you. This guy came by and asked me if I knew of any adventurers. Yeah, like you guys. Apparently he's this merchant guy. I think he set his tent up out on the east side of the village. Maybe you should go check it out."
East. All right.
My curiosity
Inside?
is piqued.
Inside the wall or outside?
Oh, outside, of course.
We'll go. Did he say what he wanted?
Said he was a merchant and had some fun stuff for sale. He kept trying to tell me over and over, "I got the best prices. I got the best prices." So maybe check it out.
What's your name?
Me? You can call me William.
William. If we go over there, we'll tell him that you sent us, and maybe he'll give you a little deal on something as a referral.
Well, that would be quite nice of you. Quite nice indeed.
And
This
I
is
slipped William 5 silver pieces.
And he looks at this very impressed and, well, thank you. Yes, thanks very much. I'll keep my eyes open for you. I hope everything's going well for you in the Scarlet Citadel. That's where you're going, right?
Yeah, we're exploring it.
Well, all of you are here, so that's good news. Well, head on in. I'm sure you're looking worse for wear, as he looks at Sebastian kind of intently. Get yourself into the inn. Enjoy a drink.
We'll do that. Thank you.
All right, you guys pass through the gates here of the village of Red Tower and find yourself in the village proper. And I heard head for the tavern. So you guys make your way through that very distinctive rib cage of bones here and find yourself entering the tavern. All right, as you guys enter, you notice that it is a little bit busier than you're used to. There's certainly some open tables, but not as many as you have come to expect from your short time here.
Is there people in our usual spot?
Throw a d6 there, Corin. There are indeed.
Grumble. Yeah, I guess Corin will go and find a different table, giving the people who are sitting there a look.
All right, as you guys manage to sidle into this new table and take chairs around, you notice Sebastian very much favoring this side of his wound, and constantly he's like doing this flexing of his neck and stretching out, and finally looks at you all and says, "Ugh, is this happened? Very terrible. I don't know. Do you think we should go back into that place back there? Definitely want to go back into the Scarlet Citadel, but that room, it seems like it was never ending."
There definitely was a lot in there, and I think there might have been more still. It's hard to tell. I don't know. What do you all think? Part of me thinks there might be something in there if there's that many things crawling out of it, but that was a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know really how it works. Like,
I think it's
normally
something to do with either the statue or the inscriptions. Maybe we can, like, either try and break the runes around the door, or maybe it's coming from the statue. But I think, one of those things might have something to do with it.
Maybe. It also, I think, in theory, we've cleared out a lot of it if there is more to go against. So maybe it won't be as bad if it goes back through again.
Maybe we could just have Omni cast that spell again and see if she can smell anything worth it that way. And if there's nothing, then we don't go that way. We just go to a different part.
I don't know if she'll be able to get close enough, but it's not a bad idea.
You know, I think if we just hadn't tried to kill Penn, we probably would have been okay.
Yeah, I was well, I got hit twice, but most of it though was after I was already been injured.
Yeah, my bad on that one, Penn. I was trying to... I don't know my own strength with these new things here, so I was trying to move you out of the way. That's why you got lifted up right before that, but I apologize.
Things happen.
I misjudged the ability. I don't use it often.
Sounds like everybody's got some fancy new stuff.
We're learning.
I think we should just go through the door I opened.
I'm kind of...
Stay away from that. Let's just go through the door.
I'm all right with that. And maybe we come back at a later time when we're stronger. We can deal better with that room.
It seems like no matter how strong we get, we always end up crawling back here.
Takes time to build up stamina.
I gotta say, crawling back is a lot better than being buried in the earth on the way back. You know what I mean?
And really, we did pretty well, even with everything that happened. I think just give it a little more time, Grask, and we might surprise you at some point.
Does Grass still look weaker than normal? Is it like obvious that his strength has been sucked out of him?
I don't know, Grask. Would you say that's something that the others can detect?
I think so. I think you can tell, like, Grask doesn't wear, like, anything beyond his loincloth, right? So, and that's just for the audience and for the fan art. Just to keep that in control. Yeah, so you can see that his arms and his legs are definitely smaller. They're less toned.
These guys are looking a little withered here.
Also, his dejected attitude.
I worked a long time on that strength. To have it taken from me, it's not good.
I think...
If you sleep.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Hopefully.
Rask, I have to
neat.
say, we've spent a lot of time together. You have many wonderful qualities aside from your brute strength.
Thank you.
Like your sense of self-preservation.
It's got me this far. Harmony, I didn't know that you were a borrower.
What does that mean?
Earlier, your shape.
Yeah. It can be some animals. Should I do it again?
Maybe not here.
People get freaked out around here with magic. You might want to be careful.
Okay, next time.
Alright guys, so as you're relaxing in the inn here, and Elliot, you indicate you're looking to purchase some food, the waitress does mention to you real quick, oh yeah, we got the salted cod with mushrooms, as she steps away taking care of some others and motions that like, yeah, I'll be right back. And you can see some of the other customers kind of eyeing you guys. Again, nobody seems to be too shocked. Probably the discussion of the fact that there are adventurers and the village of Red Tower has spread, that everybody is expecting to see some folks that maybe don't fit in exactly with the regular citizens here of the village. But yeah, everyone just kind of giving you these occasional curious looks before they go back to their own business.
Could Hugo try to hear if anyone's talking about that merchant?
Sure, yeah, give me a blind check as you listen and try to just pick out from all these different odd conversations, anything along those lines. There's a lot of chatter that's kind of all connecting with one another. You only pick up a couple of words here. Roll me 2d10, Hugo. The only two words you really pick up, you heard this word merchant, and then you tried to listen carefully in that, but again, all these overlapping conversations, you hear something about Gregor and something about moonlight.
All right, I'll sort of like bring that up to the table. So, has anyone ever heard of a Gregor having to do with moonlight? Something to do with this merchant?
Have we?
No.
I'm not sure what that is.
Well, maybe we stop there on the way out. See what they got.
Let's go tonight before we go to bed.
Right. I'm okay with that. At least.
For me, I am going to take the pass. I am feeling as though I am scraped up off the ground. I'm going to just eat food real quick and then go back to my room. But tomorrow morning, if we are headed back, I hope I will be ready to go.
Sounds good, Sebastian. Rest well.
Yeah, make
yes.
sure you go to sleep.
All right, and who would like to exit the town? Are you guys waiting to get food and drinks, that sort of thing?
Yeah, just gonna eat and then I'm gonna head up to my room and go to sleep.
Yeah, about what time of day is it?
Good question. So you guys left in the morning, did rough estimate, we'll say it's like 2 in the afternoon.
Okay, so yeah, in that case, I guess Hugo would try to like eat and drink a little bit before heading over to that tent.
All right, for
Let's-
those of you that
let's
want the
have a meal.
salted cod and mushrooms, that will come with a tankard of stout for 12 copper pieces.
Let's give them. How much is the room too? I'm sorry.
You can get a room here at the Cage Inn for 5 silver pieces for a night.
All right. So if I give them a gold, that'll cover the room and the cod.
It will, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll do the
That's a
same.
deal.
Okay, unless there's anything in particular you guys would like to do in the tavern here, we can assume that you wait for your food to be delivered and engage in some banter and chat back and forth amongst yourselves before finishing up your meals. And true to his word, you notice Sebastian, after eating and drinking some, he very gingerly raises and starts slowly walking up the stairs and heading up to his room that he purchased for the night. And Penn said he was going to do the same at the end of the night, and I heard somebody say they wanted to head to the merchant before the night. Is that still the plan, or is everybody wanting to retire?
I think Corin wants to go and check them out.
Yeah, I'll go. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
feeling fine. I just got a scratch.
I think Hugo will. I just wanted to wait till after we ate, basically here, and then go. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So Corin, Hugo.
Grass will go with them too.
Okay, Corin, Grask, Hugo, and Elliot are heading. Okay.
Pen, did you want to come? Way back, going to bed.
Nah, I'll maybe.
Do it.
No, I'm good. I just need to rest. I'm in
If-
bad
if
shape.
they have- If he has something in particular, do you want us to pick it up for you?
No, I don't need nothing. Thank you, though.
All right, anytime.
Alrighty, as you guys then exit from the Cage Tavern and Inn, those of you that are going, you find yourself back in the village proper and begin making your way to the east side of the village, as this is where you were told by William that this was. So you make your way out, passing by Matilda's house. She's not sitting out in her rocking chair, perhaps inside, or maybe taking care of some other business. You guys pass by the outer wall, noticing a guard here as well. He just kind of gives you a friendly nod as you step on through, and it doesn't take you long at all to notice this quickly set up tent that seems to be along the water edge here, just outside of the wall.
It's strange. The tent almost looks drawn.
I know, isn't that weird?
Corin will go up and walk in.
All right, you make your way over to the tent, and as you're approaching, get maybe 15 feet or so from the tent, you notice with this sort of elaborate flourish, one of the tent flaps is thrown back, and you can see this man standing here. Pretty obviously, you can detect that he is of Kanasi origin. You can see he has this kind of long mustache on both sides that sticks out 2 points, and as he steps through flourishing one, he actually grabs the point on his right side of his face and just kind of squeezes a little bit as he has this look on his face of perhaps anticipation. He's a little bit more of a heavy-set gentleman with darker features. As he sees you approaching, says, come, you wish to shop?
We do.
Well, what can I interest you in?
I guess, can we glance around and just kind of get an idea of like the stuff that he's got in here?
You don't see anything, and he has exited the tent to stand before you,
Oh.
so you're not even sure what's in there.
We're adventurers. William sent us.
Ah, okay. Well, what is it that you're looking for? As I have many different things in here. Who knows what might suit your fancy?
Weapons, armor, magic items, potions.
The expensive stuff. Maybe you should show me what kind of bargaining power you have, huh?
Hey, we're fellow Kanasis. You know, we get the Kanasi discount.
Give me a blind check here, Armini. You see, he looks towards you and he speaks in the native Kanasi language of Basarji, and he says, "Oh, that's why you're here, trying to shake me down, are ya?" Do you speak Basarji?
I do. And I reply like, oh, no, just pulling your chain. Just greeting a fellow countryman.
And then you see he looks at the rest of your companion and still speaking in Basarji says, do your friends speak it as well, or is this between you and I?
I look at Hugo.
I give a nod.
I say, just the only other Kanasi.
And you see he looks towards you too, Hugo, and slaps his bigger belly with a smile on his face and says, still speaking in Basarji, "Okay, alright, I got a deal. However much extra money you can make your friends pay, I'll give you that much off on whatever you two buy. Deal?"
That's quite a bracket.
We've all got different skills. I know how to do some things, you know how to do some else. What's a couple gold piece between friends, huh?
Hugo will shrug, non-committal.
Switching back to common here, or Anwirian language, he looks to the rest of you and says, "So, as I said, what do you have, my friends? What do you have to bargain with? I have many different things of interest, but I can't just give them away, of course."
I say, I'm sure your prices are quite reasonable.
Yes,
gem?
yes, of course.
Who's got the gems from that statue?
Corin will pull the carnelians out and show them to our new friend.
Ah, yes, interesting. And how much would you want for these?
Do I get a sense of how much they're worth?
Give me a blind check here, Corin, as you take a look at them briefly.
And I'm going to use my little dream thing and put a +2 on or whatever that roll was.
+2, okay.
Yep. My fate of dreams. 'Cause I had the success one, so yeah.
All right, and roll me a 1d2, please.
Hold on. Two.
You guess that they might be worth about 60 gold apiece?
Corin will nod and say around 60 gold per gem.
And you notice he kind of does this, like, his head pulls back as he gives you this really sardonic look, and his whole body kind of shakes and says, "Oh, come on now. No. These are not quite worth that much at all."
What sort of offer were you thinking?
Well, you see, here's the deal. I could tell you very likely how much you would get for these if I took them back to Caracas. I could tell you, but I would have to charge you to tell you the exact price. Or I can just give you an offer to buy them. Which would you prefer?
Corin, look back at the party, see if there's anyone that's for or against any of these things.
You got it, Corin. Just don't get swindled, you know?
I don't think we need an appraisal. Just an offer is fine.
Wouldn't it be the same?
He's charging for the appraisal. We're not paying him to tell us how much they're worth.
Well, you see, here's the deal, though. If you pay me, then I'm working for you, so I give you the correct price. But if I'm buying them from you, I've got to make my profit as well.
Are we going back to the town, to the nearest large city to actually sell these?
Well, one thing we might want to do is have them Matilda check them out.
That's true.
Adam, with Matilda's thing about getting artifact deals, I'm trying to remember if she gave us a sense of, like, if we would know if a thing had that feature, or if we're gonna, like, drag every rusty piece of silverware that we get over to her to check out.
Right. So fair question. I would say you don't necessarily know, but you got the sense from her that this is really only distinctive items, right? So if it was like a sword that you found emblazoned on the wall, or a sword that was decorative, or a gem in the shape of a fire opal that was stuck into a statue, something along those might make sense. But your more typical items like a candlestick or, these two gems, they look to be just kind of common gems. You don't necessarily think that something like this might have any special effect.
We did get these out of a statue, though.
You did, but I mean, they were a pair, and they're, as you look at them, there's nothing special about them, right?
Okay.
So think, and I know that's hard to gauge, but think of it essentially as like marquee type of items.
Sure. I imagine it'll probably be fairly apparent when we find that sword that's glowing gently in the darkness.
And if not, feel free to say, "Do I think this is a marquee item?" And I'll tell you.
Yeah. So, Corin will say, I don't think these are anything that Matilda would be interested in.
All right.
What do you all think?
I think we just get the offer then, because, like, they might not even be worth that much. So to pay extra in order to get exact knowledge of how much they are doesn't seem that good.
Sir, I'm sorry, I never got your name.
I am Kasim.
Kasim, I'm Corin. We have been exploring the Red Citadel, the Scarlet Citadel, and will likely be coming across more items like these. If we were to pay you to appraise these now, would that carry over to more items that we brought?
Maybe, my friend, but you see, the problem is I'm a traveling merchant, you see. I'm not going to be here all the time, so while I would very much treasure an ongoing relationship with you in the business area, unfortunately I may not be here the next time.
Fair enough. Well, do we want to just have him buy them then? Corin will look at everyone.
Well, have him at least tell us how much he's willing to pay. The innkeeper might pay more. Who knows, but...
I have a rough idea of what they're going to say, probably. Matt, and out of character, do we want to vote on it? Or just go for it?
I think it's up to you. You have them there. You have the gems in your possession. My vote is for you to just do what you feel.
Boy.
Yeah, I think if we keep swindling and trying to find who's got the best money for everything, word's gonna get out that that's all we try to do. So we should just, trade, get some moolah in our pocket, see what this guy has to buy, and then keep it moving. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Corin will say, no need to appraise. How about you just purchase them for the price that you wish to, and then we can discuss other things that you might have.
Yes, well, I will give you 80 gold pieces for both.
Well, that's a good deal.
That's a little bit lower than I was thinking, but that's fine.
We could try and sell them in town.
I think we should just take it.
We might get a better deal going to the innkeeper, but it also might not be that much better. So we're here. Kazim has offered. It's close. I think we'll just take the gold.
He reaches into a pouch at his side and quickly counts out the gold pieces, putting them in a separate pouch, and then handing it over in one hand that he holds really tightly onto the pouch, while he holds out his other hand and waits for you to hand him the gems.
Corin will hand them over.
And he quickly does the exchange with you and slips the 2 gems back into his original pouch and gives you a smile. Ah, good. Well done, well done. So, now you have a little bit of coin in your pocket. I heard somebody say you were looking for potions.
Probably healing potions, maybe?
I have these. Yes, I have potions of healing. How many are you looking to buy?
Funds are limited right now. Everyone gets 11 gold, 4 silver out of that. And with that, I have 37 gold. Usually health potions run 50 gold, but who knows what this guy is going to charge, which Corin will say. Probably just 1 for now.
Just 1. I could sell you one for, say, 55 gold pieces.
How about 40?
Give me a blind check here, Harmony. You see he looks at you and says, Oh, my darling, you try, but you must know that there is no way this could be the case. I could not come anywhere close to that low. I'm afraid getting them all the way out here is travel expenses, insurance, protection. 55 gold is as low as I can go.
It's not very low.
Corin will look back and say, I've got 30 gold that I can give to that. If someone has another 25. Yeah, 25.
I'm happy to contribute, but that's more than I have.
Mhm.
We still have to pay for rooms. We might not always come back with something.
I can put in 10, I suppose.
We
Well,
need
that'll
another.
cover us. I'll give 15.
You got. All right. So 30, 10, and 15. As I choke.
Very
All right.
similar to before. He will collect these coins as you hand them over, Corin, and he will step into the tent while keeping half of his body out. And the tent flap just kind of opens a bit. You just get a brief glance in there, not really enough to see much, as he reaches and then pops back out and hands over what looks to be a potion of healing to you.
Since you said looks to be, do I get any sense if this is an actual potion of healing?
Are you meaning you would like to try to read his body language, or you're examining the potion to see if you can tell what it does?
I think I'd like to try and examine the potion.
Okay, and so you're just looking at it, or you're trying to open it and take a sip on it, that kind of thing?
Oh, not a sip maybe, but a sniff and a look and a discerning eye.
Okay, and do you have any special skills on potions here, like herbalism kit or anything that would give you any kind of special knowledge of this?
I actually do. I have a herbalism kit proficiency.
Okay, good deal. Go ahead and throw me a blind check. And which stat would you like to use for this? Something that makes sense.
His charisma obviously is no. I would say it would probably be intelligence.
That sounds most likely, yeah.
Yeah. He's just gonna, use his charisma to trick it into being an actual healing potion.
Yeah, to the best you can tell, this looks to be potion of healing.
Yep. Corin will nod and he'll pass it back to Grask, Sebastian, or Hugo, or Harmony. Who wants this?
Yeah, I'd say Grask. He's the one getting smacked the most.
You are in the front line. Why don't you take it, Grask, and if something comes up, then you can hand it off if needed.
I don't go down. I don't need it.
You need it.
Yeah, but if someone else goes down and you have it, you can help them.
I'll be busy swinging.
Just take it, Grask.
It'll get crushed if it's with me. I don't want it. I'm not careful like you.
Corin
Right.
will hand it to Harmony and say, why don't you take it and then
I'll hold on to it for him.
right, have it ready. Kasim, would it be in line to say that you also carry weapons and armor for when we do have more items to trade with?
I do. I have many different goods, but as I said, I won't be here forever. Probably another day or two, and then I must be on my way, my friends.
Well, about that, Kasim. Those gems were just kind of the tip of the iceberg down there. We had to flee last time, and we left behind something of incredible wealth. It seemed large, possibly a gem or gold of some sort. Now, if you were to stay maybe a couple more days, then we would have time to extract this, thus making us a bit better business partners. You know what I mean?
You notice as soon as you say very valuable, his left hand comes up and starts almost involuntarily just tapping at his chin as his eyes open wide and the smile grows. Give me a persuasion check at advantage, blind.
Adam, don't forget I'm a halfling, so if any of those is a 1, you gotta let me know.
You see he looks at you very excited as you're saying this, but near the end of what you're saying, it kind of, you see his enthusiasm maybe dips down a bit, and he looks and says, we shall see what fate happens, my friend.
Literally every time we go down there, it's like what fate happens, you know? But I do know that we experience some traps, you know, your normal portcullis falling from the sky kind of thing, death traps in the floor. You got anything that'll help us point those out? I mean, we got a little bit of magic, but something that might help us find those little traps easier would be helpful. Anything like that?
Not off the top of my head, I'm afraid. I might be able to cough up a scroll or something, but that would be, one-time use. What you're talking about, something more permanent, that'd be quite pricey.
What kind of scroll were you thinking?
Oh, well, there's some kind of magics that detect traps in a certain area. I might have something like that back in the old bunker.
What's a scroll like that cost?
Hard to say. I have to see, rare inks, quality paper, magical inscription.
Yeah.
Probably, in a couple hundred gold, rough ballpark.
If I'm gonna spend that kind of coin, I'd rather something a little bit more permanent. But maybe next time.
All right. Maybe. And he looks at each of you expectantly to see if any of you has any other business.
Sargi, Hugo will say, "Save that scroll for me."
And he gives you a wink and a nod.
The weapons. What weapons do you have?
Oh, well, I can't tell you that now, can I? But what I can tell you is, what is a popular seller? Silvered arrows. Those can come in handy. You've got some of those.
You can't tell us what weapons you have.
I can't go through my exhaustive inventory and tell you everything that I have. I just look at you. You're all, just mighty skilled individuals. I wouldn't want to give anybody the wrong idea.
Can we go in and look then?
Oh, I'm afraid not. No, but what you can do is you can say, "Hey, Kasim, I'm looking for a..." and I will tell you if I have it, my friend.
Grask will pull his great axe off his back and hold it forward and say, "Do you have anything stronger than this?"
Well, not precisely, but are you familiar with rune magic?
No.
Well, with a little bit of know-how, I can take a rune and put it inside of your weapon there, my friend, and it will make it do all sorts of special things.
Like what?
Oh, well, some of them like to do fire damage. Others make them a bit heavier and do a bit more of their slashy damage. Sometimes it makes them easier to block attacks with, making it harder for you to be hit. A whole lots of different things. But I must be honest and say, if you are struggling to pay 55 gold pieces for a potion of healing, these might be a bit out of your reach.
How much are they?
Well, for a basic one, I could probably give you just a hint of the old fire magic in there. 250 gold pieces?
Grask will take his pouch off his hip and open up his coin purse and look at it. And there's you can see him counting the coins. And he closes it back up. And he looks at the man and he says, "Never mind."
Sounds like you need to go deeper and then tell me what you find. But I will be here for, as I said, at least 2 more days. If in the next 2 days you bring me something particularly interesting, well, then I might just have to stay around for a while.
We'll do that, Kazim. Thank you.
All right, and not to hurry anybody along, but as we're right about break time, is it safe to say you guys are going to head back to the tavern and try to get in a long rest to prepare for tomorrow, or is there anything else anybody's trying to do today?
Corin's definitely for the long rest.
Does anyone need to spend short rests to get rid of exhaustion?
So wait, how does that work? I thought I didn't have to have a long rest to get rid of one level of exhaustion. Is that the way it
Yeah,
works?
so long rest will automatically wipe away one if you take a short rest. And remember, you only get 2 short rests per day, so I don't know how many anybody has spent so far.
We haven't taken any so far. We were attacked when we tried to take one.
Okay, so there you go. If you'd like to spend one of your short rest, you can certainly roll a Constitution save DC 10 to try to shake a level of exhaustion off.
All right, I'll do both of those then while they were out shopping and stuff.
Okay, yeah, feel free to take a couple saves. You can roll those publicly. Like I say, it's got to get a 10 or higher, and that it will wipe a level off.
I did the blind check. Does that work?
Looks like maybe you didn't have your tokens selected. I'm not seeing anything
Okay.
come through. Or maybe the scripts crashed. 1 second. All right, so while I'm restarting the sandbox, is there anything anybody else would like to do during this time?
Yeah, Elliot is gonna try to convince Grask to let him do a ritual on his weapon, and he's gonna tell him it's good luck. It means he will never lose it as long as he doesn't lose me. And if he's cool with it, then I will do it.
I don't have any money for runes, Elliot.
No. Remember you got captured, stuck in that cage?
I do. He rubs a scar on his leg.
Literally, any one of us could get captured, and maybe they hold us all together in a pen or something. Well, if you allow me, I can give myself the ability to call your greatsword to my hand. Which means, like if we get captured, then I can call my sword, you can call your sword, and we can see what we can do to get out of there. Just a thought.
It's more of a great axe than a sword.
Whatever.
That sounds good.
Alrighty then. I just need an hour. So, Adam, I'll spend the second slot of my weapon bond on Grask's great axe.
I never even thought about using this on somebody else's weapon. That's pretty clever. So yeah, I don't see anything against it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I thought like if I did it with my crossbow, I would maybe have one bolt with it. You know what I mean? And if I didn't have my ammo, then it'd be completely pointless to have that slot for my crossbow. But if I have somebody else's weapon on my team, then it makes a bad situation into at least a manageable situation, maybe.
Yeah, no, makes sense to me. Okay, so with that in mind, I will assume the rest of you guys make your way back to the inn and are going to get that long rest as you spend the night there in the inn. So I will apply that now. We'll go ahead and take our 15-minute break now, guys. Show up on the other side and continue the adventure from there.
Does our strength come back?
Yes, anybody that had strength reduction, you do get it back at the long rest.
That was the only thing I was worried about.
All right, see you guys on the other side of the break. Alrighty, we're back in the second half of the Scarlet Citadel campaign, and the team is still in the village of Red Tower, getting ready to head back out. So, group, we went ahead and applied a long rest to you as you guys slept overnight in the Cage Tavern and Inn. And
Did either of my short things, because it still says I have one level of exhaustion.
Yeah, so when you make the save, unfortunately, it won't automatically remove it, but yes, you reduced one of them. So, and then the long rest took care of another one.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
Yep, no worries. All right, so you guys are currently in the village of Red Tower, and it sounds like the group is essentially ready to make their way back to the Scarlet Citadel. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alrighty, excellent. So yes, you guys make your way out, passing through the gates early in the next morning. Make your way around that pond, avoiding it as you know of those potential dangers and head on your way to the Scarlet Citadel. It's a very uneventful journey. Once you get to the Scarlet Citadel itself, find yourself on the outskirts and make your way back towards that primary entrance. Is that your goal, to head back through the main entrance here, or are you wanting to explore a different entrance? And we'll go ahead and get Elliot on there as well.
Did Sebastian come with us too?
I'm assuming you guys wanted to take him, unless if not, I'll go ahead and get his HP up there.
I hope it came.
Yeah, he can definitely come.
More the merrier.
Yep, sorry, I was trying to fix a thing on D&D Beyond. Yeah, let's get Sebastian in.
I also vote for Sebastian joining us.
Let's drop down the hatch this time.
The other entrance hatch.
Yeah. The one that you have to open the door.
That would get us back closer to where we're going.
We might want to clear it anyway so that we can use it as an escape route, perhaps.
I'm fine with that.
Can I ask you all about the deal you made with this Ushlux? Is there anything stopping me from asking him if he's seen my brother?
He asked us to leave him alone.
Depends. I think we just aren't allowed to interfere.
He's pretty powerful and he doesn't want to be bothered, so I would be reluctant.
He might worship that god of death, possibly.
All of these things are making me feel like I should ask him, but I don't want to jeopardize anything. Maybe we'll get him at another date. I'm ready.
I couldn't hurt to ask him about those shades coming out of the thing, and if I'm gonna smash his head, I don't want to piss him off.
Alright, so we're going back where we came, right? That's the plan?
Sounds like Harmony wants to go in the other way, though.
I'm for going in the hatch so that we can clear it. And then I'm also for us going to downstairs instead of that room.
Okay, couple of quick reminders. So one, Corin, I think you have to roll a new dream this morning. Is that right?
Hey, thanks.
Yep, no worries.
Sure do.
And then two, if you guys will recall, clearing that entrance out fully so that it's, no problem whatsoever to go back in and out. You guys gauged was going to take you a really significant amount of time. You did already spend about 6 hours, divided amongst you, clearing it out so you could get through on your bellies. You believe that clearing it out fully is going to take still quite a bit longer than that. So, measured in multiple hours here, perhaps a day or more. So if you wish to spend that time to do so, you certainly can, but it is going to be...
I think we should just go the way we went yesterday. We know where it's going.
Yeah.
We have more people helping this time.
Yeah, but if it's going to take that long, the merchant might be gone. We have some stuff that is time sensitive.
Okay.
So just for reference, if you guys decide to do something like this later, it would take you about 30 hours to clear this out. So you've already spent 6 hours. It's 36 total hours to clear it completely. So like I say, you'd have to spend another 30 hours clearing that path completely.
But we can still slide in on our bellies.
You can if you wish, yes.
Yeah, let's slide in our bellies this time. It's fun.
Fun time.
All right.
I don't know if I'd call it fun.
For me, if you think this is a closer way,
It's slightly closer. It's not a drastic difference, but
I
but
mean,
it's
as
fun
long
for
as
you guys
bathe
that
and have
haven't
my
been
clothes
this way.
laundered, I don't mind at all.
It's good
It's-
for you to see it. To
it's
know
clean.
What it's like.
You don't have to walk through a pile of bones, so you got that going for you.
Yeah,
All right.
it's easier for everyone. And And then Grask walks up and really strains himself and starts to open it.
All right, so as you guys are able to lift this up a little bit and then start going down on your belly, finding the remnants of the ladder to climb the rest of the way down. Each of you slowly does so, getting very crowded as you enter and look and spot the area before you here. Quick check on lights. Is anybody bringing a light right off the bat?
Yeah, I'm gonna light
Hugo's
a torch this time. I'm not gonna go in dark like I did last time.
I'm also
And
going to light a torch.
Hugo will cast light on his shield too.
Elliot will do the same. He'll cast light on his shield.
And I'll do you a solid. Delete that other torch on level 2 that I left there.
I was already moving. All right, so I'm going to make sure Harmony has her produce flame. Hugo already has a light on him, and then Elliot is going to cast light as well. Okay, I think I've got everybody. All right, so as you guys enter and shuffle to make sure you're not all just standing right on top of each other, you find yourself in the first level, back in that entrance you've come once before.
Harmony. Oh, I didn't see you.
I'm right here.
And Ben, good.
All right. As I try and remember which way to go.
Well, that depends on where we're trying to go.
Out of this hallway for now.
Are we going down or are we going back to where the skeletons are?
I'm for going down further for now.
I agree. I want to make some money.
I believe that's.
I mean, we killed the skeletons already, right? But we hadn't looted them, so they might have had stuff on them.
There might be more in there.
I'm not scared of them. I'm fine with either way.
Do we want to put it to a vote real quick?
Oh my goodness,
I think
Corin. Why are
skeleton.
you a vote? It must be election day or something. Come on now.
Did you vote, Elliot?
No, I don't give a damn about voting or politics and none of that shit, man. Let's go. Where's the money? Somebody sniffed the air. Didn't somebody do that before? Smell the money.
Okay, but that will eat into my ability to heal. Does that concern anyone?
Let's just go where we were and check and see how things stand.
Why don't you hold off Harmony, and since it seems like some of us want to go back, let's go back.
Let's go back.
Is anybody really sneaky?
I mean,
I'm
probably.
sneaky, but I can't see, so.
I actually have. It's funny you asked that, Hugo, because I have a new spell I'd like to test out.
Mind you, for us to be sneaking around, we'd have to be able to see. Otherwise, it'd be kind of foolish.
Yeah, and if I cast this spell on you, it's pretty hard to not see you if that's where the light's coming from.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll see this torch walking, even if I'm behind a barrel.
Who all has dark vision?
I do.
I think just you two elves. Everybody else,
Well, I mean, you mind if I test this out anyway? Looks like it should be fun.
Go for it, man.
And then me and Corin can go in first, and then you guys can join us, and at least you won't be super noisy in the meantime.
If you get into trouble, run and scream.
It's a classic combo, running and screaming.
How do you add a plus 10 bonus to your dexterity checks?
I will factor that in for you if it should come up, no problem.
Cool. Then Corin and I, do you want to go be stealthy?
Let's give it a shot.
All right, and I see we've got a produce flame and a torch back here. Are you guys leaving these here, or should they be coming with you?
I'll stop producing flame. I didn't see it, so I didn't grab it. Sorry.
No problem. And let's see, the torch, that was, I don't know whose that was, but all right.
That
there
was
we go.
mine. I got it now. I
I'm
think.
holding mine.
Keep your torches close and your enemies closer.
All right, as you step through this area, Armony and Corin, nothing really seems different, much like you left it. Okay, Harmony, as you step up to here, you might be somewhat surprised to notice that the door on the east wall here is closed once again, and you don't see any remnants of bones or anything from the skeletons. You probably didn't expect to see anything from the shadows, whatever that other dark creature was, but seems as though there's no remnants even of the skeletons here.
1 second, Harmony, and I'll just step back into the other room and let Penn know that the skeletons are gone, the door is shut again. We'll keep going.
So weird.
Did Usalax come through, maybe? Do we still see signs of the struggle and, any bone debris that we did create? Or is it completely clean?
Give me a blind check here, Corin. You don't see any obvious signs of struggle, no. If you didn't know any better, you wouldn't think that there was ever a battle here.
It's like they swept up after we left.
What about the statue where I was banging on it? Is it fully healed too?
No, that certainly still shows the effects of your hammering at it with a crowbar.
I'm gonna try to open this door. Are there still pitons in it?
There are, yeah, just a couple left. If you wish to spend the time pulling them out, maybe 10 minutes or so to extract them, you could do so.
Sure, I will.
All right, so you begin pulling those out as the rest of the team waits, seeing what is occurring here. Corin, anything during this time?
He's going to keep an eye on the door down here and just be prepared for that thing to open or something to float through it.
Okay, fair enough. After 10 minutes or so, Harmony, you do manage to extract the last two pitons, and the door hangs loosely here in the door jamb.
Are they pitons I can salvage?
You can, yeah, you can add 2 pitons to your sheet.
And I'd like to open the door.
All right, well, the script actually works now, so click your token and choose that open door, and you should notice that it opens.
Lies.
Uh-oh, does it already crash again?
Why do you bring these lies here, Adam?
Let's
That's
let it reset.
impossible.
Hang on once, let me see if it works if I try it. Weird. Okay, I know they're all working on the second floor, guys, but I will move this one.
Hey guys. The door's shut again. Should I open it again?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah? Did you say yeah?
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
my position on the stairs here and get my longbow out if everybody else will, you know,
Wow. You guys are in the
step
mood
up to
for
the
a
plate.
fight.
Back in the other room, I'm gonna whisper to Grask. Are we supposed to stay here, man?
And actually, not seeing either of them, Corin's going to pop back into the other room and send a message and say, "Where are you?
Where are you?
We're in."
Go ahead and post that message spell for me, Corin. Thank you.
We're in the room over
Come on
by
this
the.
way.
Yeah.
The second part of that wasn't in a message, so I didn't hear any of it. I'm just messing. I look at Grask and I say, I think they're gonna get mad at me, but we should probably move on. They want us to go on over there.
You mentioned a brother.
Mm-hmm. Tiny guy. Looks kind of like me. Well, exactly like me, to be honest.
How long has he been missing?
Woof. I don't know, like 40, 45 days.
Not good.
Nope. No. No, not at all. Especially because, well, maybe I'll tell you another day, but hopefully we can find him alive.
Was he strong?
Nope. No, he had, I guess you could say they were unique abilities. He had them since he was a boy.
But not powerful.
No, those abilities he was powerful in. I mean, he could make people do things, like he could shout a word at them and they would just stop in their tracks. He had this little thing that he would do where he would make this like hypnosis, stop people dead in their tracks, and then that's we would steal things, and that's a thing for another day. But he wasn't strong physically, but mentally he was quite abnormal.
Where is everybody?
All right. I think we're gonna reopen this door.
I'm at
We're
the
here.
stairs waiting for the
Sorry, Grass was
arrow
getting.
out and ready to go.
He's big. He was getting stuck in those tunnels.
Everybody ready?
Was there anything left?
It's been cleared. We're not sure from what. Nothing left from yesterday.
I honestly find it a bit unsettling.
We need
Unless-
to talk about what we fought yesterday.
Can't talk about it in this room. We either gotta go out of here or we gotta go through the door. But the longer we sit here, the more dangerous it seems.
Yeah, let's just get ready for it though this time, right? We're kind of walked into it surprised, like, so if we maybe, you know, prepare a little before we go in, we might be okay.
Elliot's gonna start stretching.
Blind check harmony. Dead silence.
Not hearing anything.
The weak should stand behind the strong.
Very philosophical. Open the door.
I have a rule.
Go on. What's the rule?
I don't fight the bonemen. There's nothing to be gained by fighting them. No meat.
What if they're trying to hurt you?
Oh, Grass, come on now. Look, how about I buy you meat for every skeleton you kill? How about that?
They're still dangerous. It's not a foe worth dancing with. Are we all ready to go?
They're not that dangerous.
Let's do it.
Sebastian, Ben, you want to go from way back there?
Well, we don't really want to, clamber up in the place. Well, make sure we can still move around very carefully. No?
Soon yourself.
I've got a bad
Door's
feeling this.
stuck.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling this script crashed again. Cause I know I tested these doors too, but anyhow, the door opens.
Oh, never mind. Lol, funny about that, lol. Okay, no.
An alligator man laughing.
Saying LOL like a teenager. Actually, that's probably not even true anymore. That's like, I'm getting old. The room opens up. What am I seeing here, Adam? Is this water?
I'm going to lock the tokens momentarily so I can give you guys this quick description. So, these narrow cobweb-laden corridors reek of mildewed stone and bone dust. Your lights barely illuminate the gloom, and even with dark vision, it seems as if you're peering through a gauzy curtain. Every footfall echoes dully along the damp passages until it dies, as if the air itself strangled it.
Well, that's quite unsettling.
Yuck.
Okay, and you asked if this was water that you were looking at? No, as you look there, it looks to be an open hole from your current position.
How deep is it?
From where you're currently at, I would say you can't see the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, as you step to their grass looking down, the stench of death rises from an irregular hole in the floor. Beyond the edge, it plunges 40 feet to a tangled heap of bones. When you look slightly away from the pile, you see an occasional flickering haze pass over it.
Large hole here. Watch your step. And Grass is going to start looking across the pit. He did this before too. How thick does the floor look here? So he's trying to guess how thick the floor is where he has to walk.
How thick the floor? Meaning, is he worried about the structural integrity, like he might fall through?
Yeah.
Kind of question.
When I look over here, is this floor supported or is it hole underneath it?
No, it's solid stone. So there's the hole, but then you're looking at a stone wall that goes all the way down.
Okay, cool. This place, it's not good.
Am I in a... Oh, go ahead.
I'm starting to think there might not be treasure here.
Am I in a dead end?
You are.
Can I, investigate the walls and stuff
You
to try to
can.
figure out why a dead end would exist?
Yes, you take a minute to search your surroundings, looking for anything out of the ordinary. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Or should that have been public?
Nope, that's blind check. As you spend this 1 minute searching around, you do not find anything of interest here. However, about the same time as this minute ends, all of you, except for Armony, can hear the sound of clattering coming from down below.
They're coming.
Something's moving on the bones.
Can I angle my shield over? Oh, we're in initiative.
All right, hold 1 sec. One token slid there as I was trying to move things. Hang on.
Has anybody got any oil?
No.
Or
Let me see.
whiskey? We could throw down there and light it on fire. Next time, if we come back, let's try it. Remember that.
I do have oil. I have a thing of oil.
All right, we are at the top of the round as you guys hear the sound of clattering coming from down below. Corin, you were the first to react. What would you like to do?
Do I see anything?
From your current position, no.
Can it just sounds like somewhere in this pit.
Yes.
Corin will scoot this way. I'm locked.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Scoot this way. He's gonna cast Mage Armor because I forgot to do it when we walked into the room. He's going to then say to everyone, if it's just skeletons, it'll be easy enough. But if more of those shadow things come, then we might be in for a bit of a fight. And that is his turn.
Okay, and before we move to Sebastian's turn, floating up from down below, moving through this darkness, Hugo, you sort of spot nothing, and then boom, you see this shadowy figure as it materializes, exiting from this pit, getting right next to Grask. Grask, as it appears here suddenly, it reaches forth trying to grab you, and I will need a defensive roll. It does make...
Here we go.
I'm sorry?
Here we go. Wait, let me use my inspiration. Can I use it too late?
No, you can. I haven't rolled damage or anything.
Cool. Oh boy.
All right, it reaches forth and does indeed grab upon you, dealing 6 points of necrotic drain. Or, I'm sorry, 6 points of necrotic damage, and then roll a d4 and reduce your strength by that amount. Okay, Sebastian's turn. He will step in front of Corin, look, realize he doesn't have a really good path here, and he's going to dodge. And then we will move to Penn's turn.
All right, I will shoot it with my longbow.
So is that what is typically in your hands, Penn?
Well, short bow. Yeah, because I.
When he was on the stairs, he said he was prepared with it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So if that's what you're prepared, then...
So I had that ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep, that'll work. So we will assume you have short bow in hand. All right, you fire an arrow it off, and it does indeed catch into this darkness and seems to wound it, but much as before, not as effective as you'd expect.
I should get my sneak attack on that.
You should, yeah. Go ahead and click on that separately, and we'll add that in. Okay, anything else on your turn, Pat?
No, it's not surprised by my attack, right?
It is not. It knows you're there.
Right. Okay. I'm going to take another step back.
All right, that'd be 10 feet. Again, move through Hugo to back up. Can't go through a wall. Okay, Grask, your turn.
Grask sees the creature, and he will rage.
He scrages.
He'll just rage, actually. He'll change my mind.
All right, you go into a rage.
And when he does, I'm going to... Oh, I've got too many things here. I'm going to activate... which one is it? It's... the Sea Aura. This one there. So the others, you guys see Grask. he's always had like a folded fin on his back, and it extends on his back, and you see it crackle a little bit as he enters his rage. And as he does, the shade in front of him, there's a bolt of lightning that sparks from Grask onto it.
All right. And how is that save calculated, Grask? Is that based on your con?
I think that is my con. Let me post the other one.
Con.
8 plus proficiency plus con.
All right, just roll me a d20, please. We'll build this in for you next time. Okay, so he will succeed on the save for this. Is it half damage? Half damage. Okay, so it would normally take 1d6. So go ahead and roll that d6. Okay, so he succeeded, saves, takes half. So you notice that there's a little bit of this lightning from your aura, and he is struck, but not particularly effective.
Okay, and then I'm going to swing at him with my great axe.
Yes, your great axe does indeed connect. All right, and with this slash, you notice he seems to fade away.
Can I still hear a sound from the pit?
You can.
I had to drop my torch to do that. With my interact with object, can I kick it into the pit?
Sure.
Alright, I'll do that. That's just
Okay, let's see. Hugo, from where you're standing, as Grask kicks his torch, you notice it falls, and boom, suddenly there's no more light from the torch.
That's
Okay. Before Elliot's turn, from down below, we hear this additional sound of bones, perhaps. Elliot, from where you're standing and looking down in the pit, you notice this standing up from the bone pile is one of these skeletons. It looks up towards you, bow in hand, and fires off a shot. Defensive roll, please. All right, you have... no, I'm sorry. Did I say Elliot? I meant Hugo, but yeah, because he's not going to be able to see Elliot from there. Sorry, that was supposed to be at Hugo.
My bad. All right, you see Elliot dodge for no reason.
I may have said Elliot. If I did, my bad. All right, so Hugo, that will not hit you as you, again, have that protection from evil. And next, we see another one of these shadowy creatures emerges from the pit. This one flies up, getting next to Hugo. And Hugo, from here, it reaches out, trying to grasp you. All right, once again, this is at advantage, so we'll count that as a fumble. So go ahead and roll a fumble for the shadow.
Melee fumble, right?
Correct, yep. All right, quite embarrassed, but no other effect. And now we are on Elliot's turn.
Okie dokie. So Elliot would have his shield out with light cast on it. He is just going to move around Grask to this. Let's say I don't want to be in bow range, so I'm just going to move here, and I guess if I take my shield off and just put it on my back, it still will glow, right?
It will, but that is an action to remove a shield.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to do that, use my action to remove the shield, and I'm going to draw out my light crossbow with my interact with object.
Okay.
Is this a door? Is Hugo able to see this door down here to the east?
It does look like I won't call it a door, but it looks like a sealed crypt wall, perhaps?
Oh, does it look passable, or does it look like it's no
You-
way you can go through it?
You don't see any obvious handles, or hard to tell from this distance, but it doesn't look like a traditional door. Let me put it that way.
Okay. I guess in that case, I will. So the torch has disappeared, but I can see a skeleton down there.
As you look down below, you can, yeah. So as long as you have light coming from you, remember torch light. Either who has the torch or a light in your area right now?
I have one.
Okay, so from Penn, it would be 40 feet. So he's that skeleton's probably like in your dim light vision at this point.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I will. Hugo looks down there and he will cast. No, you know what? I'm gonna just run away from that guy. He can take the opportunity attack.
Okay, as you step away from him, he certainly will try. And that'll be a defensive roll. Ooh, he does manage to grab you, Hugo. So it'll be 6 points of necrotic damage and 1d4 strength drain. Okay, strength reduced by 3.
Sebastian didn't want to help him.
Even if he did, it would have given him an advantage. He already has advantage.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
it's okay. And then I'm going to use my bloodline ability to cast protection from good and evil on Grask.
Okay.
And I go, now you have the power, Grask. And I'll move back here, and I guess I'll use whatchamacallit, the heal ability.
Second wind.
Second wind. Yeah, I'm gonna second wind.
All right, that should be built in as an attack for you on your sheet.
Oops, I did it twice, but it was the same.
Yep, no worries. Yeah, just take the first one. It's same, but first one in that case.
Okay, now it's the end of my turn.
Okay, next up is Harmony.
Harmony says, "What's going on out there, man?" "Oh, hey, Pen, what's going on?" "Oh. Okay. Sounds like you guys are getting into trouble." "Oh, shit, are we all spread out?" Harmony is going to, she can see that there's some kind of creature here, so she's gonna Sacred Flame him.
Okay, yeah, call down your Sacred Flame, trying to hit upon the creature. Unfortunately, it's quite quick and evades your Sacred Flame.
Damn it. Well. In that case, I guess she'll just stay put. She can't really see too much, so.
So with your dancing back and forth, I got you at 35 feet of movement so far, so are you good staying there?
Yes. Busted.
All right, top of the round with Corin.
We're gonna use. I'm just gonna firebolt this guy for now.
All right, you
Yeah.
cast a firebolt through Sebastian here, trying to connect against him.
Sebastian Duck.
Yes, you do indeed manage to strike into the creature. And as before, not as effective as you'd hope.
Yep, he'll just move 5 feet back. And yeah, he's gonna save his goodies for when we're in trouble.
All right, Sebastian will stab out with his rapier, trying to connect, but fail to do so. I'll move him back to public as we move to Penn's turn.
Alright, I'm going to use my cunning action to take the disengage thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to move to here and shoot at the skeleton there, or whatever that thing is.
Sure, all right, get to there, shoot an arrow. Yes, that arrow will connect, striking into the creature and wounding it.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Grask's turn.
Did he hit the shade?
He did.
That would be sneak attack too, wouldn't it?
Yep, and that was posted.
Oh, it didn't have the title. Okay, can I see the boy in the pit?
From where you're standing right now, no.
Cool. You let me know if I ever can see him.
I will tell you, yep.
My intention is to move here. It's going to be on top of them. Am I going to see him at any point there?
Yes, once you pass into pen space, that's when you're going to see him.
Okay, I'll get to... so I've done 5. That's... oh boy, this is going to be weird. That's going to be 15 feet. I'm on pen space. And I'm going to... I'm going to try and throw... you just see Grass, like when he locks eyes with the creature in the pit, he's like, "We have to get out of here. We can't go. We have to leave." And he just kind of refuses to move closer. So I'm going to drop my weapon, pull out a javelin, and throw it at the creature in the pit.
Okay, you line up a shot down below towards the creature. Does not connect, smashes against the back wall.
I'll take another step here into this space, and because I'm going to go prone because I can't share space with Hugo. Right, I can do that, right? Like, we can be in the same space if I'm prone?
You can, but you've only spent like 20 feet of movement so far, so if you wanted to move further, you could.
Can I?
Can you move farther? Yeah, so you basically did this and then came back, so I've got you only at 20 feet of movement so far.
Other channel real quick?
Yep, 1 second. Yeah, so this is going to get a little bit odd, but I would say where you're at now, going down, yeah.
Yeah, the rules of D&D are weird like this. Like, technically moving more to the left would be me getting closer to it.
Yeah, I'll say you can go back to where you were, but you can't go further south.
Okay, then I will step down one more then.
Okay, I'll put you back in the other channel. All right, sorry about that,
Go
guys.
Right here. And then I'll end my turn.
All right, you can hear again that clattering from down below as this guy is going to step up, and from here he's going to lock sights onto Penn and fire an arrow at him. So Penn, defensive roll, please.
Okay. Did that work? Did it not work?
I haven't seen anything come through yet. Oh, there we go. So yes, this arrow does manage to catch you, Penn, stabbing into you for 7 points of piercing damage. Okay, as we move to the Shadow's turn, it is going to lash out at Sebastian. And the creature manages to grab onto Sebastian. Okay, and Sebastian is wounded by this. Okay, next up we have Elliot.
All Alright, Adam, I'm gonna move to the edge here. I should be able to see the skeleton, right?
You can, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna fire off a crossbow shot at him.
Crossbow bolt does manage to connect. Puncturing through the bone and badly damaging him.
I'll take my step back here and in my turret.
Okay, Hugo.
I yell out, "What's the plan? Like just killing them?"
Yeah, let's kill him.
Well, Hugo will run up here, draw his sword, and attack this shade in front of him.
All right, you pop in, stab forward. But miss.
All right, action surge.
Sure, go ahead and burn that on your sheet. But miss again. Oh, actually, you know what? You're flanking with Sebastian, so that one will hit.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, that will wound the shade as you hit it with your short sword.
All right, and that's it. I'm just gonna sort of stay engaged to it right here.
Okay. And we move to Harmony.
Hey, Harmony's like, what are you guys doing out here? Oh shoot. If I step back, is there an opportunity attack?
There sure is. Right now, go ahead and roll me a defense roll, please.
I guess I should ask first.
So as you step up, you notice the Shade's hand moves temporarily through the wall to grasp to you, Harmony, and does indeed connect, dealing 8 points of necrotic damage, and roll a d4 and minus that from your strength score.
Through the wall?
Get back, Harmony. There's all sorts of undead critters.
Oh, neat. So.
Oh, that was passed without trace, so that drops.
Yeah. She is looking down at this, skeleton.
So hard to see from here, Harmony, but that is actually a pit that's 40 feet down below, so unless you're right at the edge of the pit, you won't be able to see inside of it.
Alright. Then the thing that stuck its hand out at me is gonna get its comeuppance.
That looks like it did not post an attack.
Let me try.
And if it's easier, just click your token and use the spell effect roll action button at the top, and we'll see if it strikes it or not. It sure does. That will be a radiant critical. Go ahead and throw me a radiant critical, please. Okay, that'll be a true crit, so click Sacred Flame in the chat one more time, and I'll take both of those radiant damages and add them together. Or actually, you might have to re-roll it from your sheet. There we go. Alright, so adding those together, and the creature is vulnerable to this damage. It is destroyed in a flash of radiant light.
I'll show you. Yeah, I can't see anything. I guess I'll step here. Yeah, I'll just hang out here.
Okay. Top of the next round, Corin.
Matt was waiting for Adam to say, and before your turn. Corin, however, springs into action immediately. He's going to go down here, having seen several arrows come up. Do I need to go one more step?
You do if you're trying to aim down at the skeleton, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to point down there, have my crystal out, and let the flames roll off of it. Or not.
They do not connect.
And I guess that's it. I'm not going to use anything else for now.
Sebastian calls over to you. Let me show you how this is done. It's more like this. He steps over to here, drops the rapier to the ground, pulls longbow from his back, and fires off a shot. But fumbles.
What was that again, Sebastian? I didn't quite hear what you said.
It's Dustin Penster.
Mm-hmm.
So all the shadows is dead, and it's just this one skeleton?
That is all you see, obviously, in front of you, yes.
Alright, well, I will shoot at it.
That will connect, and no sneak, but that is enough damage to destroy it anyhow. As the arrow hits it, it falls to the ground, and you notice Sebastian pretty quickly picking up his rapier and putting his bow away, a bit embarrassed. As we are out of combat, folks.
All right.
Good job, everyone.
Is the arrow I shot into that shadow still there?
The arrow you shot into the shadow. So what you can do is roll 50%. So either pick high or low, do a 1d100. If you pick low, 1 to 50, you can recover that arrow. 51 to higher if you pick high.
Alright, I'm gonna go high. Alright, that was low. Never mind.
So essentially strikes the wall, damage. Yeah, broke it.
Yeah, there's a lot of doors over here. There's one over there. There's one over here. There's one over there. And then obviously we could probably go down into the pit. I've already been thinking about that, and I have a plan if we choose to do that.
Go to the pit.
Well, why not?
I don't know. I saw when the torch went down there, it got snuffed out as if by magic.
Maybe because it smells like death and there's weird wisps down there.
Oh, come on. You can't see torchlight further than what, like 20 feet, 30 feet? That just means it's deeper than what we're thinking.
Let's just open a door. That usually gets us in enough trouble on its own.
Are these doors, or are these similar in that they're like sealed crypt sort of things?
Yes, they are not truly doors. They don't have any locks. They don't have any handles. They look more like masonry walls.
Out of character, who's... Never mind, actually. We're good. Corin will say, before you open any of those doors, make sure there's not a stupid trap on it. And check the floor before you walk up to
Ew.
How about...
it.
All
There's
right.
one.
So,
Hey, look, man. There's already one busted over here.
where-
Ew. In this corner. Back in that corner back there. There's the doors already knocked over and things. That way we don't have to deface no property.
Well, that's the thing. If we're gonna bust open a crypt, the only reason we should do it is if there's money in it. So maybe I should start sniffing.
Elliot, as you step up there, and Armony as well, you notice the door to this crypt stands ajar. Judging from the gouges and pry marks on the frame, it looks as if it was forced open from this side. That notion is reinforced by the desiccated body of a human lying on the floor, clutching a pry bar in one hand and a short sword in the other.
Looks like he rigged the track before us.
Wait, so he was prying it open from our side,
Yes.
and now he's desiccated.
Yes.
There's probably some kind of gas or something on the inside there. We should probably go peek. I mean, if it had a trap guarding it, then, oh, are you wanting me to peek? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm the
Well.
most wounded person here.
Get out of here. You took one measly hit. Alright, Adam. I'm gonna pull my
And
shield
it
out.
hurt.
I'm gonna pull my shield out, Adam. And the desecrated body with the crowbar and the short sword. Does it look like the short sword was something he brought, or was it look like something he grabbed?
I'm not sure if there'd been any obvious way you could tell that. It's simply sort of clutched there in his hand.
There's nothing significant on the sword, no iconology or anything that I can make out.
You'd like to take a moment to examine the sword?
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it, but I'll kind of hold my shield up and like squat down. You know, I'm already super short, so I can get pretty low to the ground. And I'm just gonna examine it in its hand. And if I do touch anything, it'll be the hand of the creature to like rotate the sword without touching it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so this desiccated body clutching onto this short sword, as you lean over it with the benefits of the light from your shield, you don't notice any kind of special markings or anything like that on the sword, but you do notice that it looks as though he has a pack that's kind of maybe he's got some stuff in it that is attached to his side.
All right, I'll go for that then, Adam.
All right, so as you pull upon this pack and kind of just open the flap looking, this is a Dungeoneer's pack. You also notice inside is a set of thieves' tools, one vial of what looks to be antitoxin, and a potion that looks very similar to the one you just bought from Cassine.
I'm gonna look over and say, hey, saved us some gold. And finally, I've been looking for my own lockpicking kit. That way I ain't gotta take Hugo's no more. And then some kind of antitoxin. And then obviously there's some rope and things like that here. And then there's a short sword. I'm gonna take the thieves tool out and I'm gonna just kind of toss the pack over to Pin. So that I have.
What do you
don't
think killed that guy?
It was either the sword or what's in there now, which is what I'm gonna go and check out. I'm gonna see if I can clamber up to the side of the sarcophagus, Adam, and like using my shield as light, see if I can peer in and see anything.
You peer
Harmony.
in.
There's a healing potion here. You might want to take it.
You peer in over here, Elliot, looking down into the open sarcophagus to find that it is empty.
There's not like a bunch of dust or rubble inside. It's just straight up empty.
There's some residue, that sort of thing, but nothing what you would consider to be anything of significance or any kind of, bone pile or anything like that. Think of it mostly as dust and cobwebs.
Okay. Can I take my crowbar and use it as a prod and see if like maybe it's got a false bottom or anything seems off about it?
Sure. Give me a blind check.
I don't like when you roll back.
Yeah, you poke around this inside of the sarcophagus looking for anything out of the ordinary, false bottom, anything like that, but no, just seems to be an empty sarcophagus.
Real quick, I'm gonna post the contents of a Dungeoneer's pack for everybody, just so they know what's in that. And then go ahead. What's up, Harmony?
Is Harmony in a dead end again?
It said it had
It
a
is.
healing potion in there, right?
And a antitoxin. Yep.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
Dungeoneer's pack, when they write that, it contains a bunch of stuff, so that's what Elliot put. And then in addition to that, you had Thieves' Tools, Vial of Antitoxin, and a Potion of Healing.
Yeah, Harmony. Aren't you really hurt? You want to take this potion? If not, I will.
I mean, no, I was gonna whip up some good berries, but so you can have it. But Harmony is not convinced that a dead end is ever a dead end, so she'd like to investigate for any like potential hidden doors or anything.
Okay, so you'd like to spend a minute searching this dead end, seeing if you find anything of interest?
Yes, please.
Can I help her with that?
It's kind of tight quarters back here, Pat. You can look in your area if you like.
All right, I'll look where I am standing then.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and throw a blind check as well. So, as you spend this minute or so searching this area here, Harmony, you find nothing of interest Penn, you are quite convinced that there must be something in this wall. Something about it. Maybe it's the surface. Maybe it's the concave nature of where the corners meet. You are just so sure there's something here, but you're not finding anything. However, it's about that same time that you guys hear the sound of something emerging from behind you. Corin, as you are close to the pit there, you see an actual flash. It's not really light. Think of it almost as though darkness is kind of expanding here. And suddenly you can see some movement from inside of the pit.
Adam, could you put a torch on me? I did put it in the chat. It is canon.
Yep, yeah. As long as you guys are tracking your torches when you're losing them and stuff, I'll move one over here for you.
I'm down to 8.
Corin yells, "Help, it's again."
Okay, so there's the torch moved. Okay, we got this, and then...
I think we gotta hurry up in here. The longer we stay, the more come.
Okay, so Elliot, you heard this call out, right? And you are the quickest to react upon hearing this. What would you like to do?
I sent you a message in Discord. Can I start with that?
Let's see, one sec. Yes. No, you don't.
Not from anything in that room at all either?
Correct.
Okie dokie. I am going to go ahead and grab that short sword then, Adam.
Okay, interact with object to grab the short sword.
Which means I now have a short sword and a shield in hand. So that's 5, 10. And I'm going to move out to here. And then I'm going to use my action to dash back around to that same little spot I was last time.
Okay, before Grask's turn, see there, I did it for you, Corin. From the hole, Corin, you notice this shimmering darkness as this creature emerges, flying right up next to you.
Holy shit.
As it does so, you notice a terrible purple malevolent energy seeming to suffuse through its face. And it is going to reach out and try to grasp upon you. Go ahead and give me a defensive roll, please.
I'm going to be ready to cast shield here. I'm going to go with I don't need it.
All right, you do indeed manage to evade this strike as we move to Grask's turn.
Shield is only when you get hit.
Yep.
Yeah, Corin, you're casting it wrong. I can't see Corin and I can't see the creature, but I have total vision on the pit, so I would have seen it come out and go in a direction. I'm guessing that it's actually right here.
Somewhere like that, yep.
Okay, I'm going to move that away then. And that's the 15 or whatever. I'm not going anywhere else. We're not gonna rage, but we're gonna recklessly attack and use Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
Here we go.
You do indeed critically hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll a slashing crit. Okay, normal damage, and he'll lose an additional 1d6 at the start of his next turn. Okay, like many of the enemies you fought in here so far, your blade is not particularly effective.
That's me.
Okay, Hugo.
Alright, so I hear this happening, I think, right?
Sure, yeah.
Stuff going on, so I'm gonna run this way. Oh God! What the hell is that thing? And does it look like it's standing?
No, it is incorporeal by its nature. As you look at it, it is hovering there.
Dang it. I guess I will sheath my sword and put my put my shield on my back as my turn, and then I get ready to pull out my crossbow next turn.
Okay, fair enough. So doffed the shield and scabbarded the sword. Okay, Pen's turn.
Yeah, I'm in like total darkness. My torch or something went out. I can't see anything.
Yeah, looks like you don't have a torch with you at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with it. It was supposed to be there.
Honestly, I think you may have dropped it back when you came through the doorway. So I know you've been using like a bow and stuff, so you probably wouldn't have had a hand for a torch anyhow.
So on the edge of the bow and the torch in the same hand.
You're trying to hold a bow and a torch in a single hand? Yeah, no, that would not work.
All right, I will just stumble around in the dark then.
I'm casting light off of my shield, so you should be able to see at least that portion of light. It covers 40, so 20 and 20.
Get to here. I don't see anything, right? Is the thing dead?
No!
It's over here.
Alright, I'll use my dash action.
So I think that's 35 so far. So yeah, you would have a
I'm
dash
using
to
the
get
dash.
there.
Yep.
Okay.
So now I can see him, and now I'm gonna attack with the.
All right, you aim a shot through your companions trying to strike him, but unfortunately miss.
Oh, he's a tough one. Alright. I'm gonna move one more here then. And that's the end of my turn.
And again, that will be 2 just for reference because you can't go through walls. Harmony, your turn.
Harmony's like, what's going on, everybody? What's all the hubbub about? Okay, that's 40, right?
Yes, it is.
So, still not seeing anything. I'm gonna stand here and whip up some good berries.
All right, you cast that spell and have 10 berries in hand. All right, Corin's turn.
This is extremely uncomfortable with this thing right next to me, so Dissonant Whispers to it. Oh, yeah, we didn't get that, so hold on.
Okay, wisdom save. It succeeds.
Well, shit. Alright, so that's half, I guess, damage.
Yes.
And I'm gonna barrel through my companions here. Probably taking an attack of opportunity in the process.
Yes, you will indeed. Go ahead and give me a defensive roll.
I will shield.
You cast shield, and he gets through your defenses. Burn that shield slot, but still hit. You will suffer 17 necrotic damage, and I need a con save.
Hold on, I'll fix my HP here in a second. Con.
Okay, is that your existing HP right now?
No, hold on.
You will succeed on this save, and no additional effect.
Considering that thing hit like a truck, I will now try and bonus action quicken. A web onto over here. So many buttons. Hold on. Okay,
I don't
there's
think you
that.
can quicken a web, right? Because you've already cast a leveled spell slot?
Oh, you know what? No, I can't. What am I thinking? I kept thinking I was doing I'm going to quicken a firebolt. How about that?
That you can do, yes.
Wait, no, can't he cook in a web? Because the rule is only for just quicking it and making it a bonus action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
what a
I
dumb
could.
game.
Oh boy, tell me about it. 19?
Firebolt does connect.
Oh
And
man,
as
that's
before,
terrible.
doesn't seem to be particularly effective.
Corin's gonna say, "Don't hold back. Use everything. This is a tough opponent." And then that's his turn.
All right, Sebastian, having watched him grab at you as you stepped away, will take an opportunity to get in there, stab out at the opponent, connect, not particularly effective, and then bounce back to allow somebody else to get in there. And that will take us to the top of the next round, and we're a little bit over time here, guys, so this is where we will pause our session until next week. So it started in a battle at the beginning of this session, and that is where we're going to start again next week. So hope everybody enjoyed it. We will pick up next week and see what occurs from there.
This room is going to be like we're just going to keep coming back here and keep fighting. This is our level up room. This is our XP grind room.
You gotta get down there and stop where they're coming from.
Into the pit. It was a good
Yeah.
session, everybody.
Right.
Yeah,
Thanks.
good game,
Everybody
guys.
was very brave.
Have a good night,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.